ကျေးဇူးပြုပြီးယနေ့ညရဲ့ကျေဝင်များကိုကြိုဆိုလိုက်ကြရအောင် One Expert မှာထိပ်တန်းစုများကိုရယူထားသူ Dota 2 ၏ hero များအကောင်းဆုံးတည်ဆောင်မှု Hunter Lancer အကောင်းဆုံးပံ့ပိုးမှု Mossy အကောင်းဆုံးအလေလံ Zeus အိုးငါဘက်ကိုဆိုလိုတာပါအကောင်းဆုံးကစားသမားစု One Expert ကစားသူများ One Expert ဒါသင်ရဲ့ pick ပဲကျေးဇူးပြုပြီးယနေ့ညရဲ့ကျေဝင်များကိုကြိုဆိုလိုက်ကြရအောင် One Expert မှာထိပ်တန်းစုများကိုရယူထားသူ Dota 2 ၏ hero များအကောင်းဆုံးတည်ဆောင်မှု Hunter Lancer အကောင်းဆုံးပံ့ပိုးမှု Mossy အကောင်းဆုံးအလေလံ Zeus အိုးငါဘက်ကိုဆိုလိုတာပါအကောင်းဆုံးကစားသမားစု One Expert ကစားသူများ One Expert ဒါသင်ရဲ့ pick ပဲကျေးဇူးပြုပြီးယနေ့ညရဲ့ကျေဝင်များကိုကြိုဆိုလိုက်ကြရအောင် One Expert မှာထိပ်တန်းစုများကိုရယူထားသူ Dota 2 ၏ hero များအကောင်းဆုံးတည်ဆောင်မှု Hunter Lancer အကောင်းဆုံးပံ့ပိုးမှု Mossy အကောင်းဆုံးအလေလံ Zeus အိုးငါဘက်ကိုဆိုလိုတာပါအကောင်းဆုံးကစားသမားစု One Expert ကစားသူများ One Expert ဒါသင်ရဲ့ pick ပဲကျေးဇူးပြုပြီးယနေ့ညရဲ့ကျေဝင်များကိုကြိုဆိုလိုက်ကြရအောင် One Expert မှာထိပ်တန်းစုများကိုရယူထားသူ Dota 2 ၏ hero များအကောင်းဆုံးတည်ဆောင်မှု Hunter Lancer အကောင်းဆုံးပံ့ပိုးမှု Mossy အကောင်းဆုံးအလေလံ Zeus အိုးငါဘက်ကိုဆိုလိုတာပါအကောင်းဆုံးကစားသမားစု One Expert ကစားသူများ One Expert ဒါသင်ရဲ့ pick ပဲ ကျေးဇူးပြုပြီးယနေ့ညရဲ့ကျေဝေများကိုကြိုဆိုလိုက်ကြရအောင် One Expert မှာထိပ်တန်းစစ်များကိုရယူထားသူ Dota 2 ဟီးရိုများအကောင်းဆုံးတည်ဆောင်မှုဟန်ဂျွန်လန်ဇာအကောင်းဆုံးပံ့ပိုးမှုမော်စီအကောင်းဆုံးအလေလံဇူးအိုးနံပါတ်ကိုဆိုလိုတာပါအကောင်းဆုံးကစားသမားစု One Expert ကစားသူများ One Expert ဒါသင်ရဲ့ pick ပဲကျေးဇူးပြုပြီးယနေ့ညရဲ့ကျေဝေများကိုကြိုဆိုလိုက်ကြရအောင် One Expert မှာထိပ်တန်းစစ်များကိုရယူထားသူ Dota 2 ဟီးရိုများအကောင်းဆုံးတည်ဆောင်မှုဟန်ဂျွန်လန်ဇာအကောင်းဆုံးပံ့ပိုးမှုမော်စီအကောင်းဆုံးအလေလံဇူးအိုးနံပါတ်ကိုဆိုလိုတာပါအကောင်းဆုံးကစားသမားစု One Expert ကစားသူများ One Expert ဒါသင်ရဲ့ pick ပဲ
And we are back, everybody, in the Asian Dragon series, and it's been fun here, Russell, because it is another day that we can expect because it is Mongolz and OG. So everybody, let's not keep waiting because my name is Ali, your buddy caster Russell. We're the casters for the Asian Dragon series, and this is the lower bracket finals. So Russell, what do you expect here for Mongolz and also for OG?
It's a rematch for the round one upper bracket match between these two teams, and Mongolz, I should say, they gave OG a beating the first time that they met, and this will be the chance for OG to actually have their revenge against Mongolz. Mongolz lost their game against Extrication last night, and it was a close call in game 2, but they found themselves here in the lower bracket finals. Winner for this series will be facing off Execration in the grand finals. Hello everybody, and welcome for the last day of the Asian Dragon series Continental Collision. And well, they're still drafting here, Silu. Let me just grab this opportunity to let our viewers know that to go ahead and use our 1xbet promo code whenever you guys are signing up. Can use Asian Dragon 1x to get those sweet bonuses. I want to talk about the draft here a little bit for Mongolz. Just pretty standard stuff. Beastmaster, Abaddon, Dawnbreaker, Magnus, Lycanben, most of the popular heroes that are very contested. For OG as well, Bounty Hunter, Alchemist, been seeing Alchemist a lot, Alina, Nyx Assassin, and the Bristleback. Interestingly enough for OG though, the Monkey King is available and they picked that up right away. So are we gonna be seeing, oh, it's gonna be a support Monkey King with a Gyrocopter pick.
A Gyrocopter pick indeed. Well, we want to talk about the bans, Russell. I mean, they already banned Alina, an Nyx Assassin, Bristleback, and also a Alchemist, Bounty Hunter. I love the picks from OG. This is one of the this is actually one of the heroes that usually they go in scrims. Well, not for OG, but for the opponent. So I do have a feeling that they have a hero composition against this, since Mongolz banned a Magnus, Dawnbreaker, like an Abaddon, and also a Beastmaster. Not the usual picks that we see in the bans, but these are the usual heroes that we see in the tournaments. Castaway having a Tiny, I do believe that Castaway might actually go for a Phylactery Tiny here. First build for Tiny, maybe Mana Boots, Power Treads, or maybe Pace Boots.
Yep, Facebook's
But-
definitely one of the options for the Tiny. Should this Tiny be a core hero for Mongolz? It is a flex pick, as we can see. It's
Mhm.
very hard to read on the Mongolz draft right now. You have a Marcy. JJ can play that in the offlane. The monkey, the Bat Rider can be an offlane hero as well. This Tiny can be a support or
10
a
seconds
carry hero for
remaining.
Mongol, so there's no telling yet. But OG, they'll secure the Days hero,
5
the
seconds
Muerta.
remaining.
And we've seen a lot of Muerta games from OG yesterday, and Days was just styling on their opponents with the Muerta. It's one of his signature heroes as well. And we're seeing now that the support duo for OG is most likely the Monkey King and the Muerta. So Seb is gonna be playing the Phoenix most likely this time around. And for Mongolz, they can still work around their draft right here. Especially like I said earlier, I mentioned that it's a flex draft so far for Mongolz. It's very hard to read onto. OG are just picking standard heroes, not messing around.
Standard picks, and they're not really messing around, Russell. I mean, these team already dominated a lot of tournaments, showing their worthy for the Southeast Asia region. I mean, that's OG, man. And also for Mongolz, this is my first time actually seeing Mongolz. Well, the last cast, I've casted for them, but it's my first time seeing the Mongolz play in this tournament.
OG definitely the experience is there. X Nova, TI runner-up, Seb couple of TI titles under his belt. 23 Savage, I would say he's a Southeast Asian superstar. I mean, haters gonna hate, but I identify Savage as a superstar in the region. And you have 9 to a lot of experience from Tundra. Days is the root in this roster. Duke Kid in the block, looking to make a name for himself, and he's looking good so far from their matches yesterday. They're on a roll, 2 series in a row. Although it was dicey against Essence, but they still managed to, get over it. But Mongolz, they are showing a puck now, so most likely it's gonna be a position 1 Tiny for Mongolz.
I do believe that for Mongolz, but it is gonna be a position 1 Tiny. And actually, what I'm liking about position 1 Tiny, Russell, is actually when you're having a position 1, a Tiny can always go for Phylactery. Well, the Echo Saber is gonna be there, but having Phylactery Tiny deals just a lot of damage. Talking about a lot of damage, Mongol's gonna be banning Timber Saw, so no more pure damage, no more Chakram in the game. They still have 2 bans for the Cyber OG and 1 more for Mongolz. So talking about Tiny again, I mean, we have the Suplex coming from Marcy, and also the Lasso from the Bat Rider. So we may see an isolation play coming from Mongolz here. They don't want to engage any clash battles against OG on this one, and they banned the Doom. So there's no Doom right now for Mongolz, or neither for the side for OG.
OG, it is actually a good pick for them, the Doom, but Mongolz is missing an offlaner as well. I would love for Mongolz to just go for the Timbersaw since you're up against a Monkey King, but maybe JJ is just not playing the hero lately. But for OG, the counter for this puck, we've seen this yesterday against Essence, is just the weird 9 Midnight Stalker. They can definitely still go for that. I mean, it's unorthodox, but it works out against a puck. I'm gonna go for the Night Raid facet, get that first 5 minutes nighttime and extra seconds during the nighttime as well.
10 seconds
So
remaining.
let's see if OG will still go for that route. I'm sorry, route.
5 seconds remaining.
Mongolz though,
Radiant team
it's starting to be clear now that this is a mid puck, so we remove the. Oh, it's a Razor. So in the end, it's gonna be either Marcy or the Bat Rider running off lane. Most likely, it's gonna be the Bat Rider, and a lot of single target from Mongolz as well. The Lasso from the Bat Rider,
10 seconds
the
remaining.
Tiny with the toss back, and this Razor can just
5 seconds remaining.
and just he can just kill. You can just solo kill anyone with the link as well. So how can OG actually respond to this? The Night Stalker is still up for debate for OG, but if you're up against a Razor, it's gonna be slightly awkward picking into a Night Stalker.
You're actually right there. I mean, that's a Night Stalker. It's still up for grabs for OG. Well, there's gonna be a doubt here against Mongolz. But I do
Earthshaker.
wonder, an Earthshaker is gonna be invested for the play. So okay, I'm seeing some General's Command coming from 23 Savage, a Blink, and a Totem coming from our X-Nova with a Supernova follow-up with Icarus Drive coming from the Phoenix. And I love this. Having actually the calling also for the Gyrocopter as support for the backlines. OG might have an interesting play here. Well, talking about fast plays, I think this is OG's time to shine. Mongolz is going to be investing for an isolation play against OG. So that would be kind of a, let's say, a table tennis ping pong game here, Russell.
Yep. For Mongolz, they have the mid game timing. Their heroes really place well into the mid game. They can get a couple of items and they will start to activate. For OG, it's most likely the 9 Earthshaker. Gonna be playing that in mid, or Seb plays that as well. But who's gonna be the 9 hero though? A Monkey King? I mean, it's still workable still. But we're gonna find out in this game. Silu, very excited for this first series of the day. There we go. It's gonna be an Earthshaker Seb and a mid Monkey King for 9. It's gonna be up against a Puck. A little awkward for 9 as he is a melee hero, but there's the Jingo Mastery anyway, so he can just harass Bob, put the Jingo Mastery and just sustain himself into the lane. So very very exciting matchup. We are ahead in this day, Silu.
It is their day, man. I mean, how are they going to be ending this? But we've got to be seeing some ridiculous plays, actually. Well, not kind of ridiculous, but a very stunning play coming for the both of the teams. I mean, we've seen Mongolz perform for the last few days. They've been actually good here. Also for OG, Execration's just waiting for the finals. So it's gonna be the battle here for Mongolz and OG, who's gonna be proceeding for the finals or the grand
Yes,
finals
very
at
much
least.
so.
I have the picks here, man. A Tiny and
Yep.
Earthshaker for the both of the teams.
Yeah.
My both
Yeah, I would
favorites.
say OG is they are hungry to have their revenge against Mongols right now. And 1xBet says that OG still have the advantage even with the previous meeting between these two teams. It ended up in a sweep in favor of Mongols. But no, there's a psychological effect with that, right? OG, they know that they got swept by Mongols before, but they are looking to be they are mad right now, and there's a lot of expectation from this roster as well. Especially they are the invited team from EU playing into the Singapore servers, and yeah, on paper OG is the better organization in Mongols. So yep, this is their opportunity to silence the haters, the doubters of OG, and they can win the series and ultimately win the tournament if they will face off Execration in the grand finals. Although Execration is still a different beast though. They haven't dropped a single game since the playoffs.
That's actually correct, man. I mean, for the playoffs, that's what you said, man. OG's better in paper, man. But will Mongolz strike this to actually regain the popularity against Mongols? I can't say that. But in the Asian Dragon Series Continental Collision, they can take this according to the plays that we've seen for the past few days. I do believe that OG might have a different situation again for Mongolz. Well, they actually stood up for against Execration, but still, as what you said, Russell, these two teams already battled it out for before we reach the finals. So I'm excited to see maybe a round 2 for these guys. So another 30 seconds in the sun, but none much of an action. We're just gonna be waiting for a mid-game play here, since 2 members from the both of the teams will invest for those blink daggers. But coming from our OG Nova, trying to dish out DJ. Commotion for for JG against 23 Savage. Gonna be 1v2. This might be an investment for a kill. Not considered to be an elimination, Russell, but they gotta take the chill pill.
Now, Razor A is gonna have a hard lane, especially if you're up against an X-Nova Phoenix. The Fire Spirits can be very annoying for the Razor, especially with that animation from the Razor from the right clicks. I hate this hero so much, man. The Razor. There's a slight delay on the damage when he whips his projectile of his right click, and the timing is so off. But I mean, they are pro players. They know what they're doing, and I'm just who am I to judge Mongolz and running this lane, right? They're definitely the much more better players. They're pro gamers, as they said. So Mongolz, they should, if they can just wither the storm during their late laning phase, in this top lane, they should be okay with their mid game timing as well. Double disconnection for OG though. Hopefully nothing crazy going on, since they are playing in Europe, I believe, and we are playing in Singaporean servers. Although throughout the tournament there were no issues whatsoever in terms of ping whatsoever for OG. So hopefully just a quick disconnection and it should be all goods once they reconnected back.
Actually, want to expect that here, man. I mean, one of the things, man, you gotta be ready for this tournament. We're talking about being ready. I mean, yeah, what you've mentioned. These players are pros. They know what they're doing. But at the same time, we can't actually tell the difficulties or the technical difficulties that we're gonna be experiencing in the tournament. But I mean, OG's back here. X-Nova has been reconnected. So not much of commotion again, Russell.
The Earthshaker Arcana, man, in my opinion, it's the best Arcana in the game right now. I mean, it was an exclusive. I believe it was a TI-8 exclusive when you get enough levels, or TI-9. I'm not sure. I already forgot. But it's a shame that I did not get this Arcana. I was still a broke college boy back in the day. I'm still broke now. Don't get me wrong. I probably cannot afford this Arcana anyway. But look at the art from this Arcana. And he's a Grandmaster tier in this Earthshaker as well.
Oh, Grandmaster tier instead, man. I mean, I wouldn't believe that you're broke, man. I mean, you got work, and you're talking about work.
No,
We're
I'm broke, man. I'm broke.
We're not broke. We're complete. I'm just joking, man. Let's talk about jokes, man. Enough is over. We want straight back to the game because it's gonna be OG9 here against Bob. Strikes it down. But he has to go back here. Gets turret. Tries to make an escape. So no first bloods yet. I love the discipline coming from the best teams, because if we're gonna be talking about the discipline plays, would you look at this? We're already 3 minutes in. Quite a little bit of an aggression when it comes to both of the teams, but the discipline is still there. So actually trying to regain some goals here. They don't want to lose. They don't want to lose it.
Actually, 9 is already ahead slightly with the puck, and that is simply because there's more raw damage from the Monkey King, base damage early on. The Jingo Mastery as well with the extra bonus damage can deny creeps and get some harassment into the puck as well. So at least 9 getting some early CS that he desperately needs early in this game. Daze will secure the Healing Lotus for himself, and I believe Radiant was able to get their Lotus on the other side of the map as well. So they're just chilling for now, Step on top of the CS chart. Of course, that's an Earthshaker with an enchant totem. That is to be expected.
Well, not much of an enchant totem that we can expect already or so. Well, JG already drew the first blood for our 23 Savage, but X-Nova with a trade. Will it be JG getting a double kill against OG? Now Mongolz already has the upper hand here, but the goal will still fall under the disparity for OG.
Yep, and we were talking about earlier about the lane of the Razor. If you get a couple of kills like that, the Savage dying as well. I mean, it's a head start now for JG. So Mongolz gonna be definitely very happy with that. Very nice start, but Tiny though falling down here bot, and that's your carry, Tiny. So OG at least getting something for themselves. It's a 2 for 2. It's pretty even. Nothing crazy in terms of net worth. Pretty early in this game as well. We are less than 5 minutes in. But Savage just having a great game right now.
Well, talking about Savage, man, yep, they're having a really quite a good game against Mongolz. Well, JG already has the upper hand. Talking about the upper hand, we're seeing there's gonna be an avalanche, it's gonna be invested in the calling, it's gonna be invested as well for our Muerta, but it's gonna be here the enchant totem, and we've seen the toss. Won't do any damage. AMQ against Seb. He wants to fall back down in this. Doesn't want to aggro any much. OG is already having the disparative goal in the upper advantage, man.
Sav is just so strong right now. Double bracers flying in, boots as well, and he got that kill as well. A beautiful calling from the Muerta as well. There we go, tipped. Seb tipped his Muerta as that was a beautiful play earlier, and they are struggling now. Mongolz down here bottom. Those couple of kills already in favor of OG here in bottom, and Seb is just continuing to hit creeps. No problems whatsoever. No pressure being provided for Mongolz here down bot. Maybe OG or Mongolz have the slight advantage. A silver lining for them is at least Razor is doing well in terms of kills up top, but the CS though, he's struggling with the Spire Spirits that I talked about earlier. It was nice that he got those 2 kills, but it's just gonna continue to be a very annoying fact for the Razor right now with laning against a Phoenix.
Let's talk about the Phoenix, man. I mean, it's already been 6 minutes in, Russell. We're not seeing any visits from any other lanes to actually invest for a clash here for the side of OG. I mean, considering the hero composition they have, is actually prone of having a clash in this matter. Mongolz gonna be having a difficult time against Bob. It's gonna be a visit, but I don't think he's aware. Okay, it's gonna be 1v3. It was a bad decision. We've seen Merta with the calling already. It's gonna be Investor's gonna be invested in, but Nova goes in for the Icarus drive. It's gonna be Bob here for the front lines. Tries to toss here for AMQ. He's low, but we've seen our Monkey Kings gonna be having a visit. OG9 with the realm before reinforcement. There's not gonna be investment in. We've seen the laser for the Sun Ray, but the blind goes out, or the orb actually. Now 9 already has it in the bag. That's gonna be a steal, but maybe OG9 is gonna be going for the greed here. But he unfortunately needs to go back here. I mean, it's already a good job, but we've seen AMQ against the Shaker, but we've seen with the timing, able to get out, and it is a clutch for him to flee up the situation.
Oh man, that was very chaotic. Bob went in to rotate down bot, and he didn't get anything. He was actually the one dying there, and also Tiny. The timing from the dead shot, what a god, man, for days with the Muerta. The timing from the dead shot could have been better, or could not be even more better, because that is picture perfect. As soon as the timer went 7 minutes, the dead shot connected, denying the steal from the Wisdom Rune. Although the Ancient Totem was not there in time to punish the Tiny, but OG is gonna be happy with that. Although Savage, he died up top. Mongolz identifying the fact that Savage doesn't have any form of backup since X Nova rotated down bot as well. So at least they get something for themselves.
Yep, they will definitely get something for themselves, because we've seen here, besides for OG, talk about the 6 minutes in. Well, it's gonna be a little bit late, but I'm not considering it late because, you know, the OG's been trying to go for this item. What about armies, man? We've seen here the Shackles maybe it's gonna be messed, but he has the Icarus drive out of the situation because he knows already for a fact that Mongo's gonna be trying to go for a clash here. Try to make a comeback of what happened to the bot lane. 2,000 gold disparity. I don't know if they have been invested as well, but we've seen from the Monkey King to invest in those power trade. But we have seen here another amazing clash here, but Savage gonna be having a little bit of trouble here. The bird goes down, but especially we've seen the eagle trying to flee its way. It's gonna be the hunter to the hunter here. Now Razor gets out of circles, but we see Monkey King might have to invest here. He has to go down. Earthshaker, we might have an investment here for our Echo Slam, but I'm not seeing that in here. But now you've seen Marcy with a Suplex Fisher. But he has to flee. Isolated fights here. OG's gonna be having a little bit of trouble here. Mongolz had to flee. Savage already resurrected. This might be the comeback for the two. Monkey King tries for the tree hop. Oh, Nova goes in for the Icarus drive. Sunray to be present as well.
Oh, the dead shot
here.
from
The
Daze.
TPs has been cancelled. And also it's gonna be the headshot, but the Fisher will strike.
Days again, time and time again, this Muerta shows up. Unfortunate for Sev doesn't have an echo plan from the last team fight, but it was looking bad for OG. But it was a very long team fight from Mongolz, maybe overstaying their welcome a little bit. OG was back in their respawn times. 9 was there to punish as well, and the best play right there was the dead shot from the Muerta, preventing that JJ TP out, and OG was able to get 2 for themselves as well. Oh my, it's a very close game, Silu. It's back and forth. 10 minutes into this game, as we can see in our scoreboard, it's 6-6. 9 is leading the net worth right now, slightly leading the Razor, only 400 gold, but all 3 core heroes of OG are in the top 4 net worth, so a slight lead for your OG, I should say. The supports, they're starting to get their levels as well. I imagine they're already level 6, and Daze has the pierce the veil already, so they cannot burst this Muerta whatsoever if Mongolz doesn't commit all their abilities into Muerta. So yep, they're just chilling for now, farming and farming. Bob gonna go for the Witchblade for the overtime damage, and they are eyeing to get this tier 1 tower thanks to the siege creep as well. So a little bit of map control now in favor of Mongolz. OG, how will they respond to this?
Well, I mean OG might have something to respond here, but maybe a little bit late. We're still 11 minutes in for the battle here, so it's gonna be a long game, because we've seen Mongolz and also for OG. I actually love how they play now. Not much of an aggression, but if there's a clash, every reinforcement will come. They're not stopping for it. As much expected for a TI players from OG. But talking about those belts, man, I love what they're playing right now. I mean, Nova has got to flee here. There's 3 in mid coming from the side for Mongolz. Well, I mean, OG is just ready in this corner, man. I think it's gonna be a second clash here. Maybe a table tennis ping pong game that we're gonna be expecting for the both of the teams. But I just think they're
They have
just
a
waiting
clip,
for perfect
but they
time.
cannot commit it anymore since the tier 1 tower was already down bot, so it will not refresh. They actually committed at the very last second, but I think Mongol should be able to take this one very, very soon. And they're just buying time for Savage right now. They're waiting for Savage to get his side cannon to farm very fast. Actually, I like the Savage item here. He went for the jumps first because he needs the movement speed up against a Razor just to break that link. And I really like Savage on how he itemized on his carry heroes. I've also seen yesterday where his Phantom Assassin went for a Glimmer Cape because he's up against Alina. And when you have a Glimmer Cape, that's 40% magic damage reduction. It goes well with your blur as well, as you will be under the cover of the invisibility. You pop your blur and you're out of there. Not to mention the magical damage resistance. So Savage, if he can farm quickly, if Sev can make space for him. I mean, 9 is very farmed as well, and if you're a Monkey King, you're gonna be very happy with it. Oh, Bob asking for their ping. Obviously, like I mentioned earlier, OG are playing in Europe, and we are using Singaporean servers. So begs the question on if OG is playing around 80 to 100 ping, and in fact, it's 100. Says 9.
Well, it's gonna be 100. Says 9. 6-6, 1,000 gold disparity. We won't expect much again. Let's say for rotational play when it comes for these clashes. I mean, OG here has a very good displacement against Mongolz. Well, actually, Mongolz, talking about isolation play, man, we've seen them play against an Earthshaker. They know what to do. They don't want to actually get a comboed here by the Icarus drive, or let's say the calling also for the Earthshaker with the General's command coming from our Monkey King. They don't want to do that. That's why we've seen from the top lane, they actually doing a good job to retain against OG because it's an isolated fight. Well, I can't say that for maybe after the long game here of these two teams. But we've been expecting Mongols already in the first game. They've been trying to isolate against a nerd shaker because they don't want to deal that echoes time, especially for many creeps. That may be an instant kill for Mongols.
And JJ is itemizing into the Saint Yasha, and it is a very good pickup, especially you're up against a lot of stuns, Earthshaker, the Merta Deadshot, even the missile and Boundless Strike from Monkey King and Gyrocopter respectively. So the extra status resistance for the Razor can be very helpful if you're JG and you're going to be itemizing into Black King Bar as well. So it is a tri-core for Mongols if it goes late. I mean, they have a very decent mid game timing, and if it goes late, they have very good scaling anyway. So I think Mongols, they're pretty okay in dragging this game into maybe 30, 38, 45 minutes. They have the capability to definitely fight OG at that point of the game. They found a Bat Rider kill for OG, but those are 4 heroes invested up top for OG, so a lot of resources not being farmed. Mongols I think they're pretty much okay losing the Bat Rider there.
Well, I mean, talking about losing the Bat Rider in that game, well, that's an easy goal for OG. So the Mongols don't want to actually make it okay for there. Well, we can actually expect more for our for Mongols, also for the side for OG. Well, it's gonna be a minute clash here.
Move now. DJ leading the charge. Can he find anything though? The rebound. Not
Oh
enough
no!
time, but the slow coming in from JV. The link as well. There's gonna be no egg for X Nova, and that's a kill for Mongols. And they infiltrated the jungle of OG as well. Maybe they can group up top to finally take down this tier 1 tower, who's been there for quite some time now. Savage at least has his safe havens farming up top at the side lanes. If you're Mongols, you want to take that tower as soon as possible, as we are closing into the mid-game timing now. 14 minutes into this game, Wisdom Rune will be secured by Castaway. Bob has an amplified damage, so if they will group up and find 23 Savage, that is very ideal if you're Mongols. But here comes Tiny, he finds the Phoenix, and this might be another kill for the Phoenix as well.
Oh.
He won't commit the egg. I think it doesn't matter if he got the egg off, because Savage is so far anyway. And there we go, they finally got the tier 1 tower that they want. It's just gonna be a trade across the map, as OG will get a tier 1 tower as well. Although Mongols, they want to fight this. It's a mass TP coming from Mongols right now. DJ is here already, but can he rebound in time? The answer is no, but fuck, Bob got the 9 Monkey King, and that's gonna be a very huge kill. Get that right away, but the Monkey King also was committed a lot of armor. It doesn't matter, 9 falls anyway. That's 3 heroes down for OG. Not even a single hero dying for Mongols, and oh man, what a play from Mongols, baiting OG into letting them believe that they won't defend their tier 1 tower, but that was not the case. It was a bait all along.
Well, that was a long game. Let's say for a minute about 1 or 2 of that clash. OG trying to flee out from Mongols here, as they were not prepared for an unexpected clash. Talk about isolated fights. We've seen 2 clashes before in the Russian side at the bot lane. With a toss coming from Tiny, there's a lot of damage for the Earthshaker. Fisherman's gonna be invested as well. I've seen that. But I love how Mongols is playing discipline right now for OG. But I think there's gonna be round 2.
Right,
they have to go back. I mean, it is a timing as well. OG's quite aware, but Bay's gonna be chased down here, not kind of suplex. That's gonna be the calling, but the fish is gonna be invested as well. It's gonna be the isolated fight again. Here for for OG. It's gonna be a 2v2, but not maybe. We've seen OG Nova trying to make amends here. 23 Savage from the backlines, killing 1 down. It's gonna be here. JT goes down once more since Wokong's general command. But they have to flee, and 23 Savage is going to be getting the double kill. And the discipline play coming from the Mongols. They were trying to chase down OG, but for a fact, OG knows that they're going to be on the greed here for the kill and try to retain that gold. They tried to pull Mongols in their side, so that gave Savage actually an advantage for the backlines. And eventually the Fisher
Mongols,
coming from OG again. That I gotta isolate Mongols.
JG was heavily baited there. I mean, Mongolz, they have the idea to fight. Because if I'm Mongolz right now, I'll be very proactive too. I was saying, speaking of proactive, Blink Dagger is now available for Tiny, and the reveal a little bit not too ideal for Mongolz, as it was a failed attempt. Talking about the Razor earlier, the Fisher block from Seb actually did not connect into how Seb wanted it, because he wants to save days. But they forgot that they still have the fist build, but very nice X-Pump coming in from Seb. If there's no follow-up damage for OG, Seb is now in danger. He's very low. The Fisher is not going to be there in time, as he will die at the end. And that's a 1-0 in favor of Mongolz.
The
And
blink,
they're looking for
back
more
toss.
back coming in from Tiny. He gets a day's toss back as well, but there's no cancel. The Priest the Veil again saving Muerta right there. Couple of times already.
Wow. Couple of times already. I mean, OG here trying to make a clutch against Mongolz for the flea. Are actually making haste in that scenario. So what I'm seeing right now, Mongolz is actually having a good time on going aggressive for OG. OG, they need to have a wonderful play. They are actually waiting for the perfect timing against Mongolz here. Since having the Earthshaker, we actually want to expect from the Earthshaker here to have an amazing Blink Dagger. So not much of a positioning coming from OG, since the hero composition coming from our Mongolz is in isolation.
Mongolz still leading, very slight lead for them, as they will find an 8 Earthshaker. Seb doesn't have a backping bar yet, and there's no teammate to speak of as well. And a preemptive tip coming in from JG, a revenge tip. And there we go, as they punish the Earthshaker again. This is the second death of Seb in less than 3 minutes. Seb maybe bleeding out kills a little too much as he would have wanted. But Mongolz, they're just playing the map really well right now, and Bob completed the Yule Scepter as well. So a little bit of a escape mechanic for Bob, as he can debuff the buff from OG as well.
Let's talk about OG again, man. Mongolz here is already in a 2,000 gold disparity against OG. They're having a good advantage against OG. It is a wonderful title that they can actually navigate against OG. Tries to make a flee, but Rod of Atos is gonna be invested for the Muerta. I think the silence that they want to give here to Mongolz, so they can no longer perform maybe for the Bat Rider or for the Tiny. Well, not much for the Tiny, but they have to go for the supports already. As we've seen Mongolz play, they're always going for the Phoenix. Actually, the Bird doesn't have enough gold here to make a comeback, and it's quite a game. 20 minutes in. And it's gonna be quite of a cheap play. They're calling on cheap play.
Oh, nice.
The staff goes down.
Oh, here
But
comes
we've seen here, Bat Rider might get for the lasso, but the Thunder is gonna be coming from OG. It's the mid play here. This might be a disaster here for the Center Mongolz. But they're all together. Avalanche goes for the toss. It is a kill streak for AMQ. But the calling again. This might flee again, but we've seen Gas away. We've seen the blink, we've seen the Fisher, we've seen the orb, we're gonna be seeing the blink, but once more for the Ingress ride, but Bob's gonna be having a little bit of trouble here. But the toss comes again for AMQ. It is already a double kill. Now the Muerta has to make flee here. Makes haste against Bob. Goes in for the TP, doesn't know where it is, not much, but they actually regain for Muerta to actually TP out of that scenario. OG had a difficult play there. They have been all together. They forgot about the Tiny having an Avatos, dealing damage all at once. 4 people coming from OG.
Yep, that was beautiful. Picture perfect for Tiny to blink in. Catches 3 heroes in the avalanche, preventing the damage from OG coming on in. And Mongolz, they're slowly but surely they are now solidifying their lead, as they will find another Phoenix. There's no Supernova to speak of for X-Nova this time around, but the Icarus dive was there to save himself. But Mongolz, you can just see that the constant pressure of Mongolz are being applied right now. We mentioned earlier about the mid-game timing of Mongolz is in full display. If they can find Seb again, but there's no backup for this Tiny though, so he will choose against the idea. But yep, like I mentioned, the last fight, it was perfect for Mongolz. Even if 9 initiated first, Bob was there to provide chaos with that Dream Coil, preventing the movement from the Monkey King. And if they will continue to do that, Mongolz, they're set up for success in this game one. If they win game one, they will win OG 3 times in a row, 3 games in a row. And you don't want that if you're OG. And I like this for Razor, going in for the casual Glimmer Cape. Like what I mentioned earlier, this is what Savages is doing. If you're up against heavy magical damage with the Seb Earthshaker, you have the Supernova and the dying, even the facet from the Phoenix, the Dying Light, you can mitigate a lot of damage. Oh, Batrider Seb, he gets a Batrider kill. You know, it's okay if you're Mongolz. At least it was Castaway who attacked the gank for the team, and while your carries are still clicking creeps, right-clicking creeps, getting the farm that they need. It's still Tiny who's leading the net worth right now. Savage, even with the side cannon, he's behind the counterpart, the carry counterpart of Mongolz. But it's only one fight. It's only a 4K gold lead. Definitely a very manageable lead if you're OG. But if I'm Mongolz right now, I'm gonna be more proactive because you don't have a lot of spells with very high cooldown. You only have like a lasso, but you can still even fight even without a lasso. It's Stormy time, 20 minutes in. Who's gonna be the lucky hero? Who's gonna be getting that shard?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Castaway. So the Batrider can finally right click and even with the lasso. What a garbage. Agon and shard. But they found the puck, Bob, and he escaped. Nah, that's a dead puck.
That's a dead puck indeed. I mean, he wasn't able to blink out or the orb out. Powerless strike comes on from the Monkey King. And also coming from the Fisherman, OG has 2 different stuns to invest here, giving a lot of time for them to actually make an counter for the counter play against or the isolation play coming from Mongolz. Well, we've seen here OG is going for the Russian, and I'm quite sure that Mongolz already has that information, but they know for a fact that Mongolz, as having a smoke of the seat play here, OG's quite aware instead already. Both teams are actually aware. You've seen here Razor goes in, but maybe the General's command tries to make an isolation pass. Gonna be a 1v2 here, but the Merta goes in for the reinforcements. But DJ's gonna be getting the Aegis of the Amundo, but we've seen Savage here going for the killing spree and a triple kill again. But not in this quiet moment of the clash. But we've seen the Aegis of the Amundo is gonna be popped out here. Sab has gone down. The Mongolz have to make flee here. Oh no. Oh, I thought this was gonna be an
what a
play
disaster for OG.
Yeah.
I mean, the idea was there for OG, but I think maybe go committing for a fight or getting a pickup first would be ideal if you're just going for a Roche, because you have the double backing bar timing. The Sab has his backing bar, and I think it was 9 or 23 who has their backing bar ready. Mongolz was there on time to contest the Roche. It was very suspicious that there were no OGs showing in the map, so one thing led to another. They went in to contest the Roche. Even DJ denying that Aegis to 23. Very nice play from Mongolz, and don't look now, just like that, it's already a 10k gold lead for Mongolz, and it might be history repeating in itself from the upper bracket round 1. Mongolz, they are still looking good up against OG.
It's gonna be against OG, man. I mean, quite expecting from the play coming from the Mongolz. I mean, it's 9,000 for the gold disparity, 25 minutes in. Thought about the mid game, man. This is what I'm telling you, man. When it comes to the mid game, you can actually tell who's gonna be dominating at least. OG tried to get their Russian a while ago, but that's actually wasn't enough for them to get regain control against Mongolz. So quite some of an expectation from Seb. Oh, Batrider's gonna be trying to hunt them down. Since 3 or actually 4 members coming from Mongolz
there's TP as well. Seb, he's in danger.
Oh,
and I think Seb was caught with the Batrider lasso. If the camera can be at the bottom of the lane real quick, and there we go, the lasso from Castaway just in the last second. He will survive, and he gets an Earthshaker off lane too. Oh my days. This is bad for OG. Backs against the wall right now, as the momentum is clearly in the side of Mongolz now.
Yeah, from the side from Mongolz, man. Quite an execute here coming from Mongolz. I'm actually shocked here for Mongolz because they actually know when and how. OG tries to regain their lost gold, especially for the Earthshaker, but Mongolz was much aware. Talking about map control or map ability, man, Mongolz has it in the game. OG might be here, might be a little bit lost here against Mongolz. Can actually we can expect more from Mongolz. Try to regain control again for the top lane. Instead, we're seeing Castaway here. Gonna be having a chase down against OG. Not much coming from Bob.
Very low now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, but all is good for OG, but they need to back up really quick because all the heroes of Mongolz are now going into this side of the map. But I say that Bob was chain stunned to his death. DJ, nice sidestep from him, but the dead shot is there to connect to DJ, and 9 is just right-clicking this Marcy right now. It's not gonna be enough though. Here comes the Tiny with the avalanche, with the backing bar will be popped by 9 on top of the Wukas command as well. But here comes the link coming in from JG. He's just demolishing the heroes of OG right now, but he decides to back off as it's a little bit tricky to actually go commit for it as the backing bar was already fading off. So they will just give up a Bob kill, but they will successfully defend their tier 2 tower. But there's gonna be no backing bars to speak of if you're Mongolz right now. So maybe deciding to back off or not defending this tier 2 tower. But a glyph is still available, so all good for Mongolz as Bob is coming in from his death as well. But they found a gyrocopter. There's a big kill if they can get it. Here comes DJ. He commits the ultimate, but the Fisher block from Stab was just perfect. And Savage will just right-click his way towards the DJ kill. It's a 1-for-0 so far. But can they fight 9 though? 9 doesn't have backing bar anymore. But here comes the Echo Snap. He gets himself a 2-man Echo, but the damage was not there. It's actually Daze is gonna fall down first. Here comes the foil. Will be popped by Bob. 9 is stuck in the enemy lines as well. He wanted to finish off JG, but the damage wasn't just there. Even JG surviving with a sliver of HP. It was a good Echo Slam from Sam, but the follow-up damage was not there. Nice sidestep from the Tiny, preventing the stun. And they still looking for Seb, but the Blink Dagger was just there in time. OG, they need to back off now as Mongolz. They definitely have the tools to fight OG right now.
They definitely have the tools to fight for OG, man. Talk about expectations coming from Mongolz. They were actually down for the first half of that clash, but eventually it's gonna be a chase down. Another good investment coming from our OG. Oops, Seb's gonna be having a little bit of trouble here. Goes in for the orb, but we've seen here Seb goes down. JD, or actually Bob, securing that kill against Mongolz. So 12,000 gold disparity, man. Yeah.
I'm not sure if he doesn't have a TP, why he stayed with that very low HP from the initial team fight. But that will be a punishment for Seb. But here comes Mongolz here looking for more Castaway. He wants to isolate this Phoenix right now to deny the Supernova. Pierce the Veil will be committed by Jace. There's no one dying just yet. I say that. Another combo again for the Tiny. Dispatching 2 heroes from OG and 9. He's very low and JG says, I'm gonna take over team. And just like that, 4 heroes down for OG. Seb will respawn in 5 more seconds, but he doesn't have an Echo Slam for at least a minute. And this will be high ground threatened by Mongolz right now. The glyph has been popped as well. Another creep wave marching on in down here bottom. And Mongolz, it's 2v5 in the next 15 seconds. They will definitely clean up this bottom set of racks.
Ooh. We're talking about Mongolz right now, man. They have eliminated maybe those Dire Barracks coming from our bot lane. It's gonna be OG here instead. Oh no, do you know what they're gonna be doing? We've seen here with another play here comes off for the Fisher. Makes an isolation fight. Black Kingbird's gonna be popped out and also for the TP out for Mongolz to save himself. Razor is still alive here. 19,000 gold disparity. This is quite massive for a game here, Russell. OG needs to make a comeback here. Maybe a miracle.
Mongolz, they're playing very well right now, Stylu. Mongolz, they're just really playing very well right now. It was the same game that we saw from the upper bracket round 1. It's already a 20k gold lead, 31 minutes in. they're just punishing Seb so hard right now. They're not even giving Seb any opportunity whatsoever to have a good echo slam. And even with the Black King bar, the physical damage from Mongolz are just too much for Seb to handle. At least they can get their Tormentor, and X Nova will get that for himself. But it's just bad for OG right now. And if you're Mongolz, the safe play is just to wait for Roche. It might respawn in 10 more seconds, and if Mongolz can secure the Aegis of Immortality, maybe give that to JG or the Tiny, and they can just clean up. Top, the tier 2 tower is still standing, and they can just go from there if they have the Aegis.
It's actually true, man. I mean, having the Aegis right now, we've seen Mongolz. Oh,
It's a
we're
quick
gonna
spawn
be
as well.
playing for the smoke of the seed play. And I think they're going to invest themselves for a Russian here as well. I mean, Mongolz here already has a large disparity against OG with those golds. And quite of the things that we can expect here. A Russian or the Aegis of the Immortal gonna be invested for maybe for Mongolz. This might be their final push against OG, but we're gonna be seeing some tough clashes in the next minute.
Yep, JJ showing mid as well, just to prevent OG from actually contesting that, or it's already in the bag, and they will give it to the Tiny. So a second life for just Tiny. You have a banner as well, so the high ground is very simplified for Mongolz right now. They can just march mid or clean up the tier 2 tower up top, drop the banner, and just go for the buildings. It's so simplified for Mongolz right now, wherein it's pretty straightforward as compared to OG. They need to land their spells, and they have the vision there. Tiny to the top, back to the Black King, the Lasso is there to cancel any spell whatsoever coming in from Steph. There's no buyback for this Earthshaker, and Egg committed in the backline. But is it gonna be enough though? That's gonna be the first life for the Tiny. Marcy's dying as well. PJ has the buyback. They want to go for it. Here comes Bob with another initiation. Nine falling as well. And Days to follow too. It's 3 heroes down for OG. 9 is a buyback. The same can be said for X Nova and Days, but they need to use that right now, or they will just lose their base or lose the game entirely.
They're talking about entirely, man. We've seen Tyner as AMQ. Gotta be tearing down those barracks. Not much of an alive situation for OG. We need to invest for those buybacks. That's what you've said. They might have lost the game here. Yes. They might have lost the game here.
I don't think OG can defend Mega Creeps right now.
Yeah.
You have Savage, a Fact Cannon, yes, and a lot of physical damage, but I think it's just too much for OG. They might as well call it already, but of course, the OG organization motto is to not give up. Or the top tower or the top building are still up. I didn't realize. I apologize. It was my mistake. It's not Mega Creeps just yet. So OG definitely can still battle it out if they can position themselves nicely to have a very nice SEP initiation. But even though it's still not up against Mega Creeps right now, it's just looking grim for OG right now. It's a 26k gold lead from Mongolz. This gold lead at this point of the game is just so massive that you need to be picture perfect in the next team fight. You have to have Seb have to hit a 5-man Echo Slam, and I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon, because Mongolz, now knowing that you're up against an Earthshaker, they will just disperse. They will not give OG any opportunity to have any shenanigans into coming back into this game.
I mean, it's quite large, Russell. 26,000 in this 35-minute game. It's quite large here for Mongolz to actually have a regain against OG. So welcome to see plays still coming from Mongolz here. They actually really want to eliminate OG in this process. Talking about those Mega Creeps, yep, they still they're not gonna be investing themselves yet. And I think OG is well prepared here, well aware. But we're seeing Castaway again. It's gonna be Lasso. It's gonna be a 1v5, but we've seen a difficult consideration by 9.
What is
AMQ is already a monster
man?
kill streak here. Wonderful damage from Mongolz. In just a quick of a second, just one Batrider with the Lasso is gonna be invested for against OG. Now they actually don't have any regards for having a defense, especially for the general command. They still have what 2 barracks from the side for OG. There's still no Mega Creeps, but the Asians is quite open right now, man. I mean, mid and also for the bottom, no more towers. Only the tier 4 towers or tier 3 towers. Only on the Asians. AMQ will try to
Yep,
take
even
down that
Tiny,
tower, but
he
we've
has
seen
the
here,
butterfly.
Fish is gonna be as well, but it's gonna be Sunray again. Razor tries to goes in, but we've seen another play coming from the toss. We may be in an avalanche, but Mongol's gonna be fleeing out here. They don't want to make haste in this scenario. They have to wait for a perfect timing for OG. Have to make a mistake.
Yep, they got the 9
Oh,
buyback,
yes.
and I think Mongolz just respecting the 9 buyback, and I think that is what Mongolz wanted to force 9 to commit his buyback right there. And if you're Savage right now, I'm just gonna be queuing for Divine Rapier right now. OG just doesn't have the damage, and another beautiful initiation coming in from the Batrider. Beautiful last from Savage, but the counter from Seth was there, but the damage again, they're lacking the damage. Here comes JT, he's very mad right now. No buyback for Savage, and I think that's pretty much it. Bob, he's inside the Wukong's command, but there's no damage for OG anyway. Mongolz will take this game 1 as a triple kill, just icing into the cake of Mongolz. And GG will be called, and OG, they will give up game 1 to Mongolz. And it is 3 games in a row right now that OG lost to Mongolz. And oh my, Sailu. OG, they're just crumbling with the Mongolz pressure right now. And I would say, the damage from the Tiny was just so overwhelming, and very nice itemization as well, itemizing the butterfly. And he saw Savage, he just bought his Daedalus, so if he's gonna be itemizing into a butterfly, Savage won't have any MKB whatsoever in the next team fight. So you have the criticals from Savage, but the mischance is there for the Tiny anyway. But I think if that is how dominant Mongolz already, if you're Savage, you're just gonna queue the Divine Rapier. But he went for the safe route, went for the Daedalus anyway. I don't think it's gonna matter because a lot of single CC from Mongolz are available anyway. You have the Castaway Lasso is gonna catch you even in the covered Black King bar. And Mongolz, they're just styling OG right now. They're just the better team, I should say.
Yeah, talking about a better team in this clash or in this match, I would say it's gonna be Mongols here. OG had really had a difficult time to actually make a comeback against Mongols, with quite a lot of pressure with an isolated fight. This is what I tried to tell you, man. Again, Russell, for when we had the hero selection, we've seen the picks coming from OGs quite devastating. But Mongols, in the other hand, they know for a fact that gold is the must here. So they try to make everything possible for an isolation of those fights. That's why, as much as possible, they can isolate against OG. It's actually their time to shine when it comes for the 25-minute mark for those clashes. It's still gonna be the Batrider. I would say it's it's an MVP of a play there, because the Batrider's lasso is all they need to actually invest themselves in the corner against OG. But we've seen the match. It's going to be the 1-0 against OG. Mongo's going to be having a 1 advantage, a 1 point. And we're still going for the best
backs
of 3
against
series.
the wall right now. The game 2 is a must win for OG if they want to force this into a game 3 and have a grand final appearance into the Asian Dragon series. But yep, we're just gonna have a quick break, and then after a few reminders, we're gonna be back right into it. Game 2 of the lower bracket grand final. So stay tuned, guys.
ကျေးဇူးပြုပြီးယနေ့ညရဲ့ကျေဝေများကိုကြိုဆိုလိုက်ကြရအောင် One Expert မှာထိပ်တန်းစုများကိုရယူထားသူ Dota 2 ၏ hero များအကောင်းဆုံးတည်ဆောင်မှု Hunter Lancer အကောင်းဆုံးပံ့ပိုးမှု Mossy အကောင်းဆုံးအလေလံ Zeus အိုးငါဘက်ကိုဆိုလိုတာပါအကောင်းဆုံးကစားသမားစု One Expert ကစားသူများ one expert ဒါသင်ရဲ့ pick ပဲ ကျေးဇူးပြုပြီးယနေ့ညရဲ့ကျေဝေများကိုကြိုဆိုလိုက်ကြရအောင် One Expert မှာထိပ်တန်းစုများကိုရယူထားသူ Dota 2 ၏ hero များအကောင်းဆုံးတည်ဆောင်မှု Hunter Lancer အကောင်းဆုံးပံ့ပိုးမှု Mossy အကောင်းဆုံးအလေလံ Zeus အိုးငါဘက်ကိုဆိုလိုတာပါအကောင်းဆုံးကစားသမားစု One Expert ကစားသူများ One Expert ဒါသင်ရဲ့ pick ပဲ ကျေးဇူးပြုပြီးယနေ့ညရဲ့ကျေဝေများကိုကြိုဆိုလိုက်ကြရအောင် One Expert မှာထိပ်တန်းစုများကိုရယူထားသူ Dota 2 ၏ hero များအကောင်းဆုံးတည်ဆောင်မှု Hunter Lancer အကောင်းဆုံးပံ့ပိုးမှု Mossy အကောင်းဆုံးအလေလံ Zeus အိုးငါဘက်ကိုဆိုလိုတာပါအကောင်းဆုံးကစားသမားစု One Expert ကစားသူများ One Expert ဒါသင်ရဲ့ pick ပဲ ကျေးဇူးပြုပြီးယနေ့ညရဲ့ကျေဝေများကိုကြိုဆိုလိုက်ကြရအောင် One Expert မှာထိပ်တန်းစုများကိုရယူထားသူ Dota 2 ၏ hero များအကောင်းဆုံးတည်ဆောင်မှု Hunter Lancer အကောင်းဆုံးပံ့ပိုးမှု Mossy အကောင်းဆုံးအလေလံ Zeus အိုးငါဘက်ကိုဆိုလိုတာပါအကောင်းဆုံးကစားသမားစု One Expert ကစားသူများ One Expert ဒါသင်ရဲ့ pick ပဲ
က
ကျေးဇူးပြုပြီးယနေ့ညရဲ့ကျေဝင်များကိုကြိုဆိုလိုက်ကြရအောင် One Expert မှာထိပ်တန်းစုများကိုရယူထားသူ Dota 2 ၏ဟီးရိုများအကောင်းဆုံးတည်ဆောင်မှု Hunter Lancer အကောင်းဆုံးပံ့ပိုးမှု Mossy အကောင်းဆုံးအလေလံ Zeus အိုးငါဘက်ကိုဆိုလိုတာပါအကောင်းဆုံးကစားသမားစု One Expert ကစားသူများ One Expert ဒါသင်ရဲ့ pick ပဲကျေးဇူးပြုပြီးယနေ့ညရဲ့ကျေဝင်များကိုကြိုဆိုလိုက်ကြရအောင် One Expert မှာထိပ်တန်းစုများကိုရယူထားသူ Dota 2 ၏ဟီးရိုများအကောင်းဆုံးတည်ဆောင်မှု Hunter Lancer အကောင်းဆုံးပံ့ပိုးမှု Mossy အကောင်းဆုံးအလေလံ Zeus အိုးငါဘက်ကိုဆိုလိုတာပါအကောင်းဆုံးကစားသမားစု One Expert ကစားသူများ One Expert ဒါသင်ရဲ့ pick ပဲကျေးဇူးပြုပြီးယနေ့ညရဲ့ကျေဝင်များကိုကြိုဆိုလိုက်ကြရအောင် One Expert မှာထိပ်တန်းစုများကိုရယူထားသူ Dota 2 ၏ဟီးရိုများအကောင်းဆုံးတည်ဆောင်မှု Hunter Lancer အကောင်းဆုံးပံ့ပိုးမှု Mossy အကောင်းဆုံးအလေလံ Zeus အိုးငါဘက်ကိုဆိုလိုတာပါအကောင်းဆုံးကစားသမားစု One Expert ကစားသူများ One Expert ဒါသင်ရဲ့ pick ပဲကျေးဇူးပြုပြီးယနေ့ညရဲ့ကျေဝင်များကိုကြိုဆိုလိုက်ကြရအောင် One Expert မှာထိပ်တန်းစုများကိုရယူထားသူ Dota 2 ၏ဟီးရိုများအကောင်းဆုံးတည်ဆောင်မှု Hunter Lancer အကောင်းဆုံးပံ့ပိုးမှု Mossy အကောင်းဆုံးအလေလံ Zeus အိုးငါဘက်ကိုဆိုလိုတာပါအကောင်းဆုံးကစားသမားစု One Expert ကစားသူများ One Expert ဒါသင်ရဲ့ pick ပဲ
And we are back here in the Asian Dragon series. It is the Continental Collision. We've seen the Mongols play with the pressure to actually apply for OG. It's going to be the 1-0 lead. Well, actually, Russell, what do you think of the game a while ago? Because it's been devastating here for the side for OG since they've been lost here for Mongols with just 1-0. Well, it is the best of 3 series. We still have one more still for Mongols to actually swipe this one clean. But will OG show the resiliency against Mongols? That's what we're gonna be finding out in this game.
Yep, very much so. We mentioned earlier the mid-game timing of Mongols. It was on full display. Seb has a good laning phase, but I think the JJ's Razor just really carried that game for them. And also, even with the Black King bars, the initiations from the Bat Rider was on point as
10
well. We
seconds
didn't even
remaining.
feel the puck a lot. I mean, there were
Dire
great
team back.
coils from the puck, the overtime damage from the Witchblade, the
Dire
magical
team back.
damage burst was there, and it was the same game or on what we saw in the round one upper bracket run of
10
Mongols, where
seconds
they
remaining.
defeated
Radiant team
OG
back.
2-0. And I don't know, man. Maybe I'm feeling of another upset right now. I'm not sure if you can call it an upset because definitely
10
Mongols
seconds
was
remaining.
the team to lose here
Dire
because
team back.
they beat OG 2-0 when they last met. But OG yesterday, it went bad initially as well. They
10
were
seconds
demolished by
remaining.
Essence with that lower bracket series where they lost game 1 and then
5
went back
seconds
to win the that series and win the series after that as well.
Team
Let's
back.
see if OG can replicate that performance, or will Mongols have a rematch against Execration, who beat
10
them
seconds
last
remaining.
night.
It's gonna be defeating them last night. It's actually quite
5
crazy, man,
seconds.
for the side for
Radiant
Mongols.
team
Actually,
back.
they have dominate against OG.
Radiant team pick.
It's gonna be 1-0 still.
Dire
Talking
team
about the play that we're gonna be expecting, but okay, OG 9 is gonna be investing for the Tiny, so I'm not sure. Maybe an offlane Tiny or mid Tiny, but it's gonna be a ban for the Pangolier and also the Phoenix. No more Monkey King for OG. Mongol still bans an Alchemist and also the Abaddon.
10
Also for the
seconds
Bounty Hunter,
remaining.
also for the Nick Assassin. Well, the Night Stalker Elena is up for grabs, especially for the
5
Doom.
seconds remaining.
You can expect more, not maybe for an Earthshaker game anymore, because
Radiant
Mongols already
team
know
back.
what type of this is gonna be being for OG here. But Dawnbreaker will be invested for Mongols. Castaway. Yep, gonna be casting away that Dawnbreaker.
Mhm.
But more, what do you
OG
think,
got the
Russell?
Tiny. Yep, 9 plays mid Tiny,
10
but we saw
seconds
from last
remaining.
game wherein OmQ played the Tiny, which is a very
5
good pick for them.
seconds remaining.
And for Mongols, I don't really mind if they will just go for a PA right
Radiant
now.
team
You have the
back.
Solar Guardian, and you topped up with the PA Blur as well. It's gonna be very annoying if you're OG to deal with. Or maybe you just go for the more standard heroes like the Bristleback. And there's gonna be no Abaddon to speak with as well, so Bristleback is really a good pick for Mongols right now, since there's gonna be no
10
Withering Mist
seconds
for
remaining.
OG to deal with the HP regen from the
5
Bristleback.
seconds
Although they can
remaining.
itemize for it, they can go for like a Spirit Vessel. A PA is a good counter for the Bristleback as well with the Aghanim Shard Break, and they can itemize into the Silver Edge as well. But I think it is just a very good hero right now, Bristleback, that you can even first face it, or you can even first face the Bristleback.
Hmm. I actually want this since Dawnbreaker from the side for Mongols. I mean, if we're gonna be talking about the facets, one of the facets that we can actually expect maybe for a Dawnbreaker is his solar charge, because it reduces the cooldowns of her abilities, so that deals it actually affects luminosity. Okay, it affects luminosity, so having a
Dire
celestial
team
hammer
back.
in just, let's say, in just quiet of a few seconds, it dictates so many damage for the opponent, or let's say call it for OG. Ban again, so no Bat Rider and also no Gyrocopter.
10 seconds
3
remaining.
birds are not gonna flew here. But Mongols on the
Mhm.
other side, I
remaining.
wonder what's gonna be the pick
Yep.
here.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, in the current meta, information is really paramount for teams, and with the innate ability of the Dawnbreaker as well, can scout things out during the as soon as the daytime hits.
Radiant
So it's gonna be
team
very
pick.
nice for Mongols. And Magnus has been banned, and I hear the Clockwork pick. There we go. So Clockwork for Mongols, very nice laning hero as well. Initiation is decent for Mongolz. You initiate with the clockwork. You have Dawnbreaker, Solar Guardian. It can save his teammates as well with the miss chance and the HP regen. So I'm liking this draft so far from Mongolz. Let's see on how will OG respond. And if your back's against the wall right now, OG, I would just pick the 23 Morphling. And I haven't seen 23 Morphling for quite some time now. That I'm dying for him to just pick the Morphling in this potentially last game of OG in this tournament. So there we have the support duo of OG. Daze is still gonna be playing that Muerta. That's one of his comfort heroes. And I would imagine X Nova picking up the Lich. We've seen the performance from an X Nova yesterday. Very clutch sinister gazes from him. And yep, there we go. Let's see Mongolz. How will they respond to what is OG's showing right now? They are still looking for an off lane and a mid lane for OG. And if we're talking about Nine plays literally any hero in the mid lane. In fact, yesterday he played a Night Stalker mid, a little bit unorthodox, but it counters the puck and it worked very well. So Mongolz, you shouldn't be letting your guards down if you're up against Nine. Nine can definitely give you something special, give you something interesting every game, time and time again.
What we can actually expect here for the side for OG. I mean, having the Lich, I've seen this quite of a play, but it's not OG. Still one of the players from Asian Dragon series. Maybe a Phylactery Tiny again, also for the Egg Receiver. I just love Phylactery, man, when it comes for Tiny. There's a lot of damage. Then a Chain Frost from 23 Savage, calling for Omerta. One of the things that they're actually missing right now, Russell, is maybe a Mars is actually open for grabs. Night Stalker Lina. Also, I don't think Outward Devourer is gonna be a good play right now. Well, you said a while ago, PA is actually wide open. Talking about right-click heroes, man. PA, Bloodsucker. But I wonder... it's gonna go Lina. Lina goes for Mongolz, Russell.
Enchantress as well. Very good laning already for Mongolz. The support duo of Enchantress and Clockwork can definitely wreak havoc during the laning phase. Mongolz, they're just prioritizing the laning phase right now. Dawnbreaker with the Celestial Hammer, the Starbreak. There's a lot of kill potential, and Bob with this Lina as well can just win the mid for himself without any help from the support whatsoever. Lina is just a very good hero right now in the mid. And early Boots of Travel, early Aghanim Scepter, the magical damage will be all over the place for Mongolz. For OG, it's gonna be the 23 Savage Spectre. It's interesting to see if Savage is gonna go for the route wherein he will get a casual Glimmer Cape just to prevent or just to mitigate that magical damage that Mongolz has to offer. It's a different hero though. It's a Spectre. It doesn't go well with like the PA with the Blur and the Glimmer Cape. The synergy of those spells and items. But I think the magical reduction is just paramount for OG right now. Maybe go for an offlane hero that will prioritize a Pipe of Insight that has a natural initiation from the form of its abilities, like a Timbersaw or some sort. Bristleback is banned by OG.
Well, I mean, Pudge is still open for grubs here. Talking about Pipe of Insight, you can actually apply it also for Pudge.
I mean, yeah, it displaces hero, but it's not really popular right now. The mid Pudge or the carry Pudge. I mean, I've seen the core Pudge maybe a couple of times, but it's just not viable right now. There are better options for teams to go for. For OG, they are maybe it's gonna be a mid 9. Mid. Tiny, I'm stupid. It's definitely mid 9. That's their mid laner. So it's most likely the mid Tiny, because it's gonna be a double melee course for OG. So if you're OG right now, you're gonna be looking for a hero that will build into a Pipe of Insight, and will also be doing good in the lanes as well, since you're up against a Clockwork and an Enchantress. Maybe a Beastmaster. It gives or it helps your pace towards the mid timing as well. and the laning phase from the Beastmaster is good. But let's see, let's see. I don't. It's pretty awkward if you have 3 melee cores, triple melee for OG. If they will go for the Beastmaster
Oh.
route.
They banned the Dragon Knight. One of the fairest carries are very famous offlanes. Dragon Knight goes for OG. Goes for the Dragon Knight ban.
10 seconds remaining.
If we're gonna be talking about these offlanes, man, I mean, you can actually invest for a
5
Slardar,
seconds
right?
remaining.
I mean, there's no Magnus. Maybe a Tide Hunter as well. So vulnerability that we can expect from
Yep, Tide
Mongolz.
Hunter is good.
Yeah,
Tide Hunter is good for
Let me-
OG. For Mongolz right now, they're still lacking the Q hero, their position 1. So PA is definitely still up and available for Mongolz. Or even go for maybe a Beastmaster. I've seen it a couple of times. Nigma run a position 1 Beastmaster. And because you have more than enough damage from the Lina. But physical damage from the Beastmaster is there as well. And a lockdown for the Spectre. A hard lockdown in the form of that primal roar. You can follow it up with a Dawnbreaker ultimate as well. So I don't really mind if Mongolz will just pick that hero for themselves. But I think PA is so much better for Mongolz right now. Oh, I hear the pause. Hopefully there's nothing
Team pick.
crazy going on. The server is
Okay.
kind of broken right now, but a Centaur, there we go. Centaur definitely builds into a pipe, and he saves his teammates as well with the Stampede or use it offensively. Also, he will itemize into Aghanim Scepter. The
10
workhorse
seconds
can
remaining.
be a very good item for OG to utilize saving their
5
heroes.
seconds remaining.
So I like that. I like that for OG.
What I'm gonna be liking for Mongolz right now, I mean, as you've said, Tide Hunter is good. Also, I don't think an Underlord is also good, but still another good initiation for those clashers. There's no Night Stalker, but a
Life
Life
Stealer.
Stealer. Okay. Just,
Okay, this is good for Mongolz. It will
Mhm.
itemize into the Scepter. Will disarm the Spectre. Will disarm the Tiny. The Radiance burn as well. So maybe the Monkey King bar is an important item for OG, as there's a lot of mischance for Mongolz right now. You have the if Q is gonna go for the first item Radiance, which is very likely if you're a Life Stealer. That's gonna be the mischance for him. You top that off with an Aghanim Scepter Solar Guardian. I mean, if you're OG right now, it's just maybe picking off some heroes, since you have the Tiny, you have the Sinister Gaze, you have the setup from Days, the Rod of Athos, calling combo. You can definitely pick up hero 4v5 right off the bat, and then you can fight from there. But I still like the draft of Mongolz more. It's pretty straightforward, especially that they have the Lina as well. A little bias towards the Lina because it just carries games, man. I saw the Armel game yesterday as well as the Lina. It was just a lot of magical damage. The right clicks from the machine gun Lina as well. So OG, they're gonna be in trouble if they cannot stop this Lina from dominating the laning phase.
Yep. Talking about dominated laning phase, man. I mean, maybe OG right now doesn't have the upper grounds or the upper hands when it comes to the first game. But we're gonna be talking about the aggression for Mongols right now. I mean, having Alina and also, well, not Alina, Enchantress and the Dawnbreaker as well. For the early game, they might dominate these lanes, especially an Enchantress Sword. Impetus still hurts, but OG is gonna be having difficult time here to actually invest themselves in the early game. We can talk about the mid game, or maybe let's say in the 15-minute mark, if there's gonna be an initiation of clashes coming from the side of OG, since Seb as the Stampede goes in, you can expect maybe Xnova with the Chain Frost, but goes for the disarm as well for Mongol. So this might be a counterplay for the both of the teams. Skills matter here. Skills will differ in this tournament, Russell.
Yeah, at least OG they
Mm,
have a very good lane of the Centaur. I'm hoping they will run the Lich with the Centaur, because it just pairs very well. The Frost Shield, the Centaur DPS retaliate, and it's a very tanky hero as well. I imagine the Life Stealer is gonna be a little bit more
30 seconds
cautious if you're
left.
facing the Centaur, just a lot of kill potential early game. And we saw this last night where Tino rocked the Centaur and it just carried the game for execution. That was unfortunate for OG. The DJ was just one step ahead with the Cogs play. And that is four heroes revealed for the side of OG. So Mongols, they know what's up. They know what's going on. So they will position themselves right now safely and should be able to secure 2 bounty runes
The
for
battle
themselves.
begins.
Gonna be secured 2 boundaries for themselves, but still, maybe one of the failed initiation glashes. Power
Oh,
Cogs
it's
again.
actually DJ. Gets the
DJ's
third bounty rune for themselves.
delay for OG. Mongols, in the very early seconds, they have the upper gold advantage again. Talk about those golds, man. I mean, Mongols, I think they're gonna be known for having a quite disparity when it comes for the late games, but we can't say. Because eventually, if you really have one of those best plays in your laning phases, you're gonna be investing so much. You're gonna be getting a lot of gold. That's why you really need to focus on your laning phase. Right now, you've seen Castaway trying to differ any cancellation or denies of those scripts. But Castaway is gonna be
It is actually
denying
the
Kev's
Muerta.
story.
Yep. It's actually the Muerta playing with the Centaur. I mean, it's not bad, but I think Lich is just better. And Bob, he's just doing Lina things right now. You know, forcing 9 up the lane and forcing him to use his resources, and that will hurt their net worth a little bit as well. So, yep, if he gets the level 2 Dragon Slave as well, that's a lot of magical damage. Maybe 9 will go for a casual raindrop just to prevent the magical damage that Bob has to offer.
Well, if you're gonna be trying to offer, we see top lane plays here. Talking about the domination. Oh, we're seeing some server issues. Everything just paused. Everyone's walking in their places.
Oh,
But I do think
and we are disconnected. Well, hopefully it's just gonna be a quick fix while we are trying to reconnect.
oh yeah.
Would like to remind the viewers again, for those people who are signing up to 1xbet, don't forget to use our promo code Asian Dragon 1x to get a bonus on your deposit. And also huge shout outs to our friends from Epic Echo as well for making this possible. It's just a quick pause. They are back after a quick disconnection. They're just waiting for JJ's Dawnbreaker. Oh, what are they talking about, Sailu? I did not catch the alt chat right there.
Well, they're actually talking about if somebody DC'd for the Cypher OG. They're talking about disconnections because the server actually got us disconnected. We've seen Dawnbreaker from Mongolz also got disconnected, so they were asking if somebody else got disconnected, but not anymore. JG Dawnbreaker is gonna be reconnecting to the game, so no more server issues we're gonna be expecting for Dota Net right now, and we're back to the game. So
And
not
this is
much,
still
Russell.
Savage Spectre. Yesterday where OG played the Savage Spectre, that was game 2 against Essence, and it was a must win for them. And Savage just took over the game. Early Orchid, and then paired up with the Nullifier as well. Every shadow step is most likely like a kill. Oh, I see a console. I'm not sure what's going on here. I cannot see anything into the game, but that's the first one in favor of OG, killing Q. It's a little bit
Killing
too
on
messy
you,
for
that's first blood.
the production team, but finally there we go. If you missed that, that's a life stealer death for the side of Mongolz OG. At least they get to start in a very nice way here. They get the first blood bounty. I'm not sure who got the first blood kill, who got the first the bounty for the first blood.
We're talking about the bounty of the first blood again, man. I mean, it's quite difficult to actually say. But Castaway and also for Days, we trying to isolate some fights here. Also for 9, he's gonna be investing for the Avalanche. Tries to have Bob in that scenario, but still, OG is going to do a massive comeback. Might have to do a massive comeback since they already had the first blood. That's a lot of gold. But Mongols here, they still need to isolate against OG since they know for a fact OGs they need to invest a lot of gold because of the mid game. It will actually tall them up, especially when dashes will initiate in the 15-minute mark.
And Seb, he's really having a good lane right now. He's top in the CS, 17 last hits for him, as compared to the Lifestealer who only has 9. So, OMQ, he's struggling right now. Our mid matchup, it's pretty even in terms of CS, but that's 9 denies for Bob. So, Lina most likely is gonna be level 6 first before the Tiny. So the threat of the Laguna Blade definitely is available for Mongolz. I imagine the supports will rotate during the first power rune respawn, and by the time that it will happen, we might be seeing a kill potential for either of our mid laners. 9, he's just forced away from the lane. Lina is just, spamming the Dragon Slave, securing the CS for herself, and 9 will gonna be forced to use his own resources as well.
Let's talk about using their own resources. AMQ right now is going to go for the solo lane. I mean, we're still seeing an Enchantress trying to flee out for any possible, or those pulls actually for the creeps. It's gonna be delaying any XP or gold for the side for OG. But still, we're seeing some good laning phase here for the side for Mongolz. Okay, I mean, having OG with low of its HP is gonna be forcing them out to back out in their towers. There's a bit of a push, but still, again, a good laning phase coming from Mongolz. OG needs to endure this in the early game.
Bob already won the lane. He forced 9 to walk back to base just to regen, and he's gonna miss a couple of last hits. And Bob, he's gonna be very happy with that. That is for sure level 6 first for the Lina. Here comes DJ though with the initiation of Cog. Battery assault as well. Here comes the star break coming in from JG, and that should be a dead lich. Very, very nice initiation coming from DJ. You're looking for more Savage. He's in danger right now. There is no rotation whatsoever coming in from OG, but all is good. Savage survived that attempt coming in from Mongolz.
What about Mongolz again? Well, those Sparkles gonna be invested as well, but we're seeing from the top lane the calling, but also it's gonna be Enchantress. Not much for the impetus damage, but really had to go out.
The stun did not connect.
Is this an AI? Oh my god.
Yeah, that was the Enchantress. That was the enchanted creep from the Enchantress.
Yeah.
6 minute power rune. The supports are now rotating, but the RNG is not going to be in favoring 9 as the rune will spawn down bot, and that's an arcane rune at that. So Bob, he's level 6 already. Laguna Blade is now up and available. Can they connect into 9 though? Here comes the initiation though coming from Team OG. They will actually turn that around. A Laguna Blade will be committed into X Nova. The Dragon Slave will not connect though. A little bit of a discombobulated attempt for Mongolz. It was actually Bob who's already level 6, but DJ maybe overstepping a little bit inside the tower, and the slow was there from the Lich, or I mean the stun from 9, and at least 9 gets a kill, some experience just to catch with the Tiny as well. So nice player coming in from OG. Then that was a little bit of a mistake for Mongolz.
Well, it's gonna be a little bit of a mistake coming from Mongolz right now. OG already did try to make a sustainable lane against Mongolz, but talking about the gold disparity, actually for the lead again, it's gonna be 1k gold disparity. But much more that we can expect here. It's gonna be having a little bit of a trouble. It's gonna be 9 here with the visit Avalanche. It goes in for the back toss. It's gonna be 3v1, but we've seen Castaway here. And another good reinforcements coming from our clockwork already. 9 is gonna be having a chase down.
From 9.
Power clogs here.
He's just burning the mana. Look at DJ with the plays from the cogs. 9 doesn't have any mana right now, and a lot of time wasted for this Tiny not getting that JJ kill. JJ was okay even without the help of the Enchantress. He still have the Celestial Hammer to get out, and a Star Break to stun the heroes of OG. All is good for Mongolz. A slight gold lead for them now, and we're closing into the next power rune. Is it gonna be up top or bottom? Oh, Enchantress already securing that side at the bottom lane for the runes. They're going for 9, and this will be the first ultimate coming in from JG, and they will secure that kill. This should be a tier 1 tower, nice and early for Mongolz. Less than 10 minutes in. He topped that up with an Enchantress creep as well. They're attempting for OMQ, but OMQ has the infest already. So he's out of here. The Uber from that creep, and he will be back into full HP. Here comes Bob. The Stampede will be committed. That's a defensive Stampede coming in from OG, and they can't even get the Lifestealer kill. OG, they're really struggling right now.
They're really struggling, man. They try to make a man's beat here for against Mongolz for a life stealer, but eventually the infest is still activated, still up and running. But what more we can expect for OG? Well, talking about reinforcement, man, both of the teams are actually good at sending those helps. Well, it's like an ambulance. Goes in for a stomp again here for Seb, also for the double edge. Gonna be having a little bit of a time.
Oh, DJ?
It's really a retaliate
They want to flank this.
Oh, well, DJ already has his power cogs gonna be activated as well. I don't think he has been spotted, but others are cast away. Tries to make an aggression for the impetus. Clockwork will not instigate on this one. They won't initiate, but I think they're just waiting for the life stealer. It's gonna be a long time preparation for Mongolz instead. But we've seen another one for
Sinister
Clockwork.
Gaze just to kill off the pesky enchanted creep coming in from Castaway. And Mongolz are just getting the most out of the map right now. As we can see, it's already a 3k gold lead for Mongolz. Less than 10 minutes in. They got the tier 1 tower mid. That's a lot of map control for Mongolz right now. They can easily infiltrate the jungle of OG. As we can see, 2 wards. Very good wards, deep wards from Mongolz as well. The top triangle of OG, plus you have the top jungle ward from Mongolz as well. So they exactly know the whereabouts of some of the OG heroes. But a smoke will be attempted for OG, though I imagine it's going to be the 9-blink dagger. Oh, no, it's not the 9-blink dagger just yet, as he is very underfarmed. But he has the amplified damage. Let's see if they can utilize this into perfection. But JG smells something is wrong. There's no heroes. 9 is not showing in the map. So wisely, he will back off and prevent that gank from being successful for OG.
Trying to be successful indeed. I mean, OG right now is going to be going for the smoke of the sea play. They tried big man's against Mongolz to have some kind of information. Dawnbreaker. As the game turns today, they already had the information for the side from Mongolz. But OG, they know where it is. It's going to be Power Cogs again. It's going to be Solar Guard. It's going to be invested as well. Let's hide from where Mongolz instead. We've seen a 5v1 actually against OG. Talking about reinforcements, they tried to make flee here because OG's trying to make a malicious play against Mongolz.
And that is your most farmed hero as well, being killed by Mongolz. So all of a sudden their lead is now 4k. Mongolz, they want to defend their tier 1 tower, and rightfully so, they're very strong right now. Avalanche will connect into Bob, but Bob has all the regen that he could have wished for. Here comes the Lifestealer. Stampede will be popped. But the open wounds was still latching towards Daze, but I don't think the Mongolz has the enough gap close right now, as there's no blink daggers just yet. JG doesn't have his ultimate available, and JG is still staying right here, very confident that he can make his way out, as the Celestial Hammer is right there anyway. But here comes the Sinister Gaze coming in from X. They should get the JJ kill, right? And yep, there we go, the JJ Dawnbreaker, he will fall down. With the Lifestealer, he'll get 2 kills for himself and infest out with that creep. Back to full HP, and the Castaway Enchantress is still here. The Lina Boots of Shadow, he wanted something of this fight. The Avalanche from the Tiny delaying the Lina from closing into Seb. At least they will save the Centaur for now. Although Bob, he's feeling very strong, very brave right now. And that will be his demise. Bob, that was maybe a mistake from him. But at least Lifestealer, he will get a Muerta kill. All is good for Mongolz. But here comes the Clockwork coming in from DJ. Very nice initiation coming in from him. And there's a big kill for Mongolz. Both mid laners will fall. OMQ is already on a killing spree. They should get this tier 1 tower with a creep wave crashing on in. You top that off with an enchanted creep as well. Mongolz, they're just doing pretty good right now.
Talking about doing pretty good. We've seen OG in that matter from Mongolz. Bob has been trying to be brave against OG as well. Since OG already has the reinforcements team, OG gets tossed back to Bob. So that wasn't actually very lucky for him to actually make him lead to an astray. But another kill coming from OG. So still 4,000 gold disparity as we're seeing from the side for Mongolz. We might not see some comebacks right now, but still not yet for a 15-minute mark. No more clashes gonna be invested, but only an isolation of those plays. Hook shot, power, dog's gonna be invested as well, but we've seen the Laguna Bay also for the Bob. Now AMQ's gonna be dominating this one. Seb goes down. OG just lost one, and Mongolz are doing insanely good right now. The facing Russell's good.
Yep,
Good.
This is the power of the Lina, and you have the initiation from DJ Clockwork. You top that off with the Dawnbreaker Solar Guardian. It is they know that they're really strong right now, and they've taking full advantage of the fact. And for OG, what is the timing for them? Maybe an Orchid for Savage, if they have that available. Maybe they can find some support heroes that Savage can kill. And here we go, the Blink Dagger reveal coming in from 9. They will get themselves a DJ kill. But Mongolz, they don't want to give up their Clockwork. They will commit the Solar Guardian for this, but Galina is very slow to join the party. And that's 2 heroes down for Mongolz. Another toss back coming in from 9. But Q is here already. Savaged. He will be successful in TPing out, but 9, I don't think the same can be said to this Tiny, as he is right next to 3 heroes of Mongolz. But the team is here for OG. No Stampede available for Seb though. He's just kind of like the meat shield for OG, making Mongolz back off, think twice in committing to 9. But that was very nice initiation from 9, revealing the Blink Dagger, and they got 2 kills for that.
Let's talk about 2 kills, man. Mongolz did a wonderful job, as well as OG, since getting 2K against Mongolz. They actually did an astounding play for an isolation fight, so it is right. 15-minute mark, a little bit of a clash we're gonna be expecting, and we've seen that clash. OG might have the chance here to make a comeback. We're talking about the comebacks again. OG's gonna be getting what one. Now the Clockwork goes down, no more DJ. The Dawnbreaker needs to make haste and flee out of the scenario. But not much, again, for those clashes. I mean, it's always an isolated fight here. We've seen the damage coming from our Seb here. Retaliate also for a stomp. AMQ needs to back down from this. 3 members, or actually 2 members from OG, use a twin gate. Actually, according to having that Muerta as well, AMQ is quite aware of what's happening.
Savage will not actually go for Orchid first. I think it's very good against a Life Stealer. He went for the Blade Mail and will go. He's queuing a Nullifier earlier, but yep, he will go for the Orchid. It does make sense if you're up against a Life Stealer. You don't want him to pop the rage if you're going for him. JJ, he's stuck in the enemy line. He doesn't have any teammates right here. I say that here comes TJ. He wanted to help his teammate, but I think that's the savior teammate syndrome. The JJ will fall anyway, and DJ to follow as well. But here comes Lina. Here comes the Life Stealer. Saving DJ actually with the Infest, and that's a double kill coming in from the Life Stealer. 9 is still here, and he gets himself a Clockwork kill and Blink Daggers away. 9 breaking ankles right now, and he will successfully TP out. 2 for 2 in the end. But Mongolz, I thought it was initially it looked good for OG since they got the JJ kill without him using the Solar Guardian, and it looked like Clockwork is gonna die as well. But OMQ, the save from the Infest, saving his Clockwork, making him live just a little bit more to kite the heroes of OG. So it resulted into a 2 for 2 exchange.
Well, it's gonna be certainly a 2 for 2 exchange we've seen here, where our AMQ and also for the Tiny OG is able to make haste and flee out of the situation. They're catching up on those kills, but we want to actually see more of those goals. I mean, it's Dota, man. You gotta invest so many items. Somebody, or actually supports, need to invest maybe a Shiva's Guard on this. I mean, having Lich Frost, and also for a Tiny, It deals a lot of damage when you had the Chief's Guard, especially for the Cypher Mongolz having the Solar Guardian also with the Clockwork. Maybe, yeah, for the Clockwork also with the Dawnbreaker. But certainly, it should be present here for the Cypher OG having the Chief's Guard. Maybe to counter for Mongolz is actually having maybe a Dragon Lance or a Force Staff. But maybe
Sab has
not
his
just
Blink
Force
Dagger now,
Staff.
so I would imagine OG will group up and will have a smoke and reveal Seb's Blink. But also Bob has his Aghanim Scepter already, so the magic amplification is definitely there for Bob already. They will smoke this out. They want to reveal the Lina Aghanims in a violent manner. And they scan they actually know the pings is there. They scouted Bob. They should know about the Aghanim Scepter now with the help of that ward.
Gonna be talking about those words again. Infest gonna be available here for Cypher for our
Savage.
life stealer. But Savage gonna be dealing a lot of damage here. It's gonna be 3v1 to him. Oh no.
Radiant are scanning.
Unfortunate.
OG
That was
is getting
unfortunate for
ganked
Savage
here.
at the wrong place at the wrong time. And Mongolz DJ again with a beautiful hook shot. Even it did not connect, but it was a life stealer inside the Clockwork, so they were able to provide the damage needed for Savage, and he was initially low before that team fight happened. So easy kill for Mongolz, and they might want to bank into the fact that it's a 4v5 now. They are looking for more. Castaway just being a menace. That's a very nice lane ward as well. Just getting the information for Mongolz.
Is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, here comes the initiation from 9. Can they burst down the Enchantress though? Yes, they can. The Untouchable will not help you if there's a lot of magical damage from OG, so they just bursted the Enchantress there. OG will get themselves their 10th kill. It's 10 to 11 now, but it's a 4k advantage of Mongolz. Not so far, I mean, it's manageable for OG, but they need to have answers now. Another hookshot coming from DJ, and he finds himself a 9 tiny. On top of that vessel as well, he should melt from the damage. Laguna Blade for Bob, just for good measure. Daze will finally TP out of there. There's no stuns available for Mongolz, but that's 9 falling down for OG.
It's gonna be falling down again for OG. But we've seen Mongolz here is not gonna be stopping. Rocket Flare. Also, the Stampede is gonna be coming through. Tries to make case for Nova.
JJ?
He doesn't have any other teammates here to actually help him. Starbaker gets a lot of damage. Will this be it? Because Nova might go down with the hands of JG.
Oh. I
Let's
hear
make
the
case for-
Shadow Step.
Dire's bottom
Oh,
tower.
Bob,
Step maybe.
he finds himself as dazed. Yep, he's just gonna fall back. The Bob doesn't have a Black King bar yet. Bob, I think he should go for like an Aether Lens for the gap close to snipe heroes like the Muerta and the Lich. And if Bob can snipe those heroes, it's a 4v5 right away, and that's gonna be very favorable for Mongolz. Orchid is now completed for Savage, so I would imagine Seb will make a play around the map, links in, and then Savage will just shadow step into his tiny and get a support kill. Support kills are crucial for Savage to bank into his gold right now.
Well, I mean, Savage here actually doing an amazing job against our opponent. But AMQ as well. I love how the laning phase for Mongolz right now going for the aggression. Talking about aggression, we've seen Twitter chat's gonna be having difficult times into Power Cogs, but it's gonna be 1v1ing. It's gonna be a 1v1 on the inside of Power Cogs. Impetus might not deal a lot of damage here for the side for OG, but still, I think they're gonna be on the hunt here. Smoke of Deceit is the play here, Russell.
Dire are scanning.
That's what I'm talking
look there,
about.
where?
Savage getting the support kills, and he can definitely kill the either the Enchantress or the Clockwork right now with the Orchid and just the damage from the passive of the Spectre. So OG definitely can still come back to this game, and Savage is doing pretty good, like you mentioned as well. His farm, his almost 11k gold right now. He actually overtook Bob already. Bob, can he get a 9 kill? The answer is no.
Well, he tried to TP out. Well, successfully he did. But still a quite investment for a haste. Guy from OG. But it's gonna be 5,000 disparity from Mongolz. We're not seeing some laning phases again here for the side for Mongolz. They quite dominated those lanes, and they know OG's gonna be trying to farm the lost gold that they have. OG's just waiting for a perfect time to actually sweep out OG, and I've been actually seeing this But aside from Mongolz, actually, they tried everything that they can to actually mitigate OG in their vicinity, especially right now, man. I mean, it's gonna be the bot lane. Quite a fit tight spot to be in. One of the things you might not expect aside for OG to actually play with. They actually need to make a reposition, especially for the top lane. They're farming their gold, they're lost. We've seen Alina with an early Agrams and also with a boots of travel. Okay, that's a good investment as well.
Enchantress, just the casual cloak for her. At least, maybe going for the full pipe later into the game. As there's the magical damage from the soul burn can be very pesky for the Enchantress. Here comes an infest play though, coming in from Mongolz. They're under the cover of the smoke of deceit. Then they found 9. They know about the location of 9 right now. DJ is still counting with the rocket as well. Here comes the hook shot with the life stealer. The Bob Lina is here to help out as well. The Dragon Slave will finish him off. And this is perfect timing for Mongolz to just go for Roshan right now. It's almost nighttime. They can just go back, use the Twin Gate and go down bot. But they will decide against it. Mongolz, I think, not so confident in going for the Roche right now. Maybe prioritizing the farm first. And X-Nova will get the Aghanim chart upgrade. So, providing some chaos into the team fight. X-Nova is going to be very happy with that.
Well, I mean, for Mongolz, having the Enchantress, but it best for those Enchanted Creep, or also for the Untouchable. But I mean, for the late game, if Impetus strikes back here for our answers to OG, it does a lot of damage to support. As much as possible, I think what we want actually to see on OG is having a ridiculous display. Talk about ridiculous display, we've seen an avalanche shot also gonna be for the calling here. It's gonna be the Enchantress going down. He has been eliminated. 23 Savage is on a killing spree. Another goal to be invested for their team. They might need to make a comeback here against Mongolz. Talking about isolated fights, that's what they need. Actually having a toss with an avalanche, the combo going back. But Sav, short of a blink dagger.
Bob is building towards the backing bar now as he identified the threat the OG can bring, the Avatos combo. The calling silence can be very annoying if you're caught between the calling. And also the ice fire from the lich, very annoying as well, but they found themselves a life stealer, but the counter initiation coming from DJ is beautiful. Savage comes in as well to kill off the clockwork. He will be successful in doing so, dominating already for this Savage Spectre. And Lifestealer, he's in danger right now. Days, he's still looking for more. The team is right next to him. There's no Stampede available for Seb though. But here comes the Lifestealer. The Avalanche did not connect. The range timing from the Lifestealer was just perfect. He will get himself an X-Nova kill. Surely, X-Nova was just delaying the inevitable. But Savage, he found himself Alina of the backlines. Can Mongolz still fight this? The answer is, I think, no. JJ, he needs to go back. The infest to JJ. He needs to go back to save his life stealer right now. Knife falling down though. Another round where the life stealer is going for Savage, but Savage with a free pathing. He will escape for now. There's no more range available for Omki anymore. He is now in danger. Seb, can he connect the stunts though? The armlet toggle coming in from the life stealer though, saving him there a little bit. But Seb, he needs to get out now. Very chaotic. There's no clear winner, Silu. They found themselves Savage. DJ with the hook shot. He just respawned after he died initially. Wow. And he finds himself a Spectre.
Glorious
and
play.
Mongolz, even after losing a lot of heroes, they still got the Spectre at the end anyway. So they should be very happy with that. And restricting the farm of Savage, which is starting to get ridiculously high right now. He's getting the support kills. And Bob doesn't have the backing bar yet, so Savage can definitely go in and prioritize Bob. OG, they definitely have the damage to fight Mongolz now. It's only a 6k gold lead. It's all up to the execution now. But that's a huge break for OG. And Mongolz, they will just secure their Tormentor right now. Ideally for the Clockwork or the Sprank from the Enchantress is pretty decent as well. Yep, there we go. As he got the the shark right on cue.
Oh, they're not stopping, but we're seeing the call is gonna be invested, but the castaway gonna be eliminated here. It was high for days. OG again striking back, sending their answers to Mongolz. They actually want to dominate, but I do believe Mongolz right now will have a reply to what OG will do. Well, not much of a preparation again, Russell, but they're all together again. I think Mongolz is just waiting for round 2 here. OG did a wonderful job. A glorious match against Mongolz in that early clash. Well, it's gonna be 28 minutes in. We're gonna be seeing or some invest from OG. Well, not much of a push when it
JJ
comes to
has
those
the
towers.
Aghanim now. So they cannot burst any heroes now, since JJ can just easily Solar Guardian to help his teammates out. And this is the right play from Mongolz. I was dying for them to just go for a Roche earlier when they're clearly ahead. I mean, they're still ahead now, and they're just more confident maybe in taking this Roche finally. They will give that to OMQ. OMQ is building towards the Aghanim Scepter, and that is very nice item to have, especially you're up against the Spectre, who's very right-click reliant. If you can just disable the Spectre as soon as he jumps in, Mongolz should be very happy with that. But the problem is, if you infest the Spectre, if he shadow steps in and then he shadow steps back, you're gonna be stuck with a 1v1 with 23 Savage, and you don't want that because the passive from the Spectre, you will lose that 1v1.
Well, actually, they're gonna be losing the 1v1. Well, we can't expect any more for OG in this time around, but we've seen an avalanche toss gonna be invested in. Solar Guardian is very reliant wide now, but we're seeing some pulses right around. He has gone down and mitigates the stun. It's gonna be power guns again, but the AMQ goes in for that rage again. Tries to scratch left and right. He's gonna be having a little bit of trouble. It's already a monster skill. Lini has been gone down, but we're gonna be seeing again here for Cypher AMQ. Day's gonna be killing it. They already got a double kill. Enter water with the Stampede. He tries to be clean, make haste with the scenario. But again, AMQ in the front lines being tossed again here, but not much of an avalanche. But we've seen the Spectre again with a little bit of a lag for our feet, but we're still going good. Dive Stealer still has the Aegis of the Immortal. It has not been popped out, but OG has the upper grounds right now. It's gonna be 3v2, but still gonna be BKB popped off. But once more, 23 Savage is gonna be eliminating on this one. Infest again, not letting that steal. But the TP comes in for our Clockwork. They have to make haste now. They know it's not worth it anymore. OG needs to make haste. Hook shot maybe. Infest again is already on a godlike score. AMQ is not stopping Russell.
OG, they're kiting very hard on Q right now. The kiting work from OG was pristine. And again, the problem, Bob getting jumped from the backlines. I'm not sure why he's dying quickly. Maybe Seb was able to initiate and Bob was not able to pop his backing bar pre-stun. And that's a problem for Mongolz. I mean, OMQ, he's very strong right now. He's already godlike, but Bob was just not able to provide the cast some spells. I mean, if he can cast the spells, it could have been a very different outcome. Here comes Savage again, a Shadow Step for the Clockwork. That's a very dead Clockwork with the Soul Burn as well. And Savage will just continue to do that all game.
Obi-Wan. Avalanche toss, but here comes Alina and also for AMQ. With the Rage coming in. But the Stampede is going to be affecting our Tiny. He doesn't know where he is. But AMQ targets lock for the Lich. He's been disarmed with also an Infest, a bad situation again. A lot of damage gonna be missed as well. He's not able to change that. Avalanche does another combo. There's a lot of damage, but will this be a Sinister Gaze again? But the Infest comes in. Oh no, the Aegis of the Immortal is gonna be popped in again. No reinforcement is gonna be coming from Mongolz. AMQ goes in for the Rage with the cooldown of the spells. But eventually we've seen an Avalanche goes in for the toss again. But the Solar Guard is gonna be invested as well. We've seen a reinforcement coming from Mongolz here. But it's 2v1, maybe the 4v1 against Mongolz. Could be Sinister Gaze again and again. Blade Dagger come of JG from the back lines of the Avalanche. Maybe a toss against gonna be activated. It's gonna be fed to the Savage. Gonna be getting a mega kill with a double kill against Mongolz in that process.
Perfect kiting again for the life stealer. Bob was non-existent from the last team fight. He did not provide any impact whatsoever. Savage again in and out with the Shadow Step, killing off the supports first. I think Q, he needs a basher right now. We're in, upgrading to an abyssal blade, or even just a nullifier, just to lock the heroes down, preventing them from using the force staff or the glimmer cape. Because this life stealer, I mean, he's very strong, but he cannot dish the damage, man. Bob, he popped the backing bar. A little bit of a panic of fingers from Bob, maybe. But that was just a simple shadow step from 23 Savage. It's only a 30-second cooldown.
Well, talking about the aggression coming from the opponent, man. He really needs to pop that off. As we're seeing from the side from Mongolz, they've been trying to initiate a lot. They know what they're doing, especially for the OG, since they've been a push for those lanes. Now the map vicinity with the control of OG has been quite a large game. Also talking about the large game, the disparity of Mongolz has been eliminated for the side for Mongolz. But it's gonna be AMQ again and again. Goes in for the hook shot, tries to make the stun, but the avalanche toss, and also the guy for the power cogs. The calling also gonna be Solar Guardian is gonna be invested for the AOE, but EC is gonna be unstoppable. He is dead again. The Lina is nowhere to be found. Missing in action indeed, because we've seen here the 4v1. But 7 otherwise, and also for the Tiny, I don't know if they know, but we've seen the scratch here coming in. Got the jam, he's been spotted, and also it's gonna be an avalanche, but it's also the Mantle is gonna be dealing a lot of damage. Power Go's gonna be happy, but the Infest comes in. Another one for the toss. It's gonna be a chase, a difficult situation again. Tossed himself again.
That could have been a disaster for OG if they had the damage for Zev there. But that was a nice play for Mongolz getting two. This life stealer just cannot pick a target right now. X Nova has his force staff and a Ghost Scepter. So like I mentioned earlier, they need to have a purge or some sort, like a nullifier for life stealer, for example, because he cannot pick a target right away. They gave him the gem just to see those invisible heroes, so that they can get one hero right away. But Bob is always dying from the backlines. Bob needs to be very careful. Maybe just go for an A and disc right now. They found Steph. Very nice hook shot coming in from them. The force staff from his supports are clutch. JJ was there to help out, but X Nova again with the plays, saving Seb from that initiation from Mongolz.
Wow, a good initiation coming from Mongolz, man. They've been trying to chase OG for the past few minutes now. The goal doesn't know where to sit. We're actually in the late game already. Most more, it's gonna be 35 minutes in, 24-23. Quite a close match here for OG and Mongolz. OG wants to fight this. They
pop the BKB.
Really need to win this.
Bob needs to pop the blacking bar every time Savage Shadow steps in. That's how scared he is to Savage, because he can definitely solo kill the Lina right now, and that's most of their magical damage. But hold on to that thought. A fight just broke in. DJ falls down right away. Sinister Gaze into the Life Stealer. You have no escape right now, but the Life Stealer Infest is there for now, so he can be able to just walk out from there. It's only DJ falling down, so I think Mongolz are not too sad about that. But again, how can you itemize against Savage right now? You have a Spectre who has already a Nullifier and a Silence to your Lina. Whenever he sees Lina in the map, he'll just commit the Shadow Step right away. Bob, just like this. He doesn't have a Blacking Bar, so he needs to be very careful. I think he's itemizing towards the Lincoln Sphere, just so Savage cannot just go for him, or just Shadow Step into the Lina. But he's still one more component away. So until that happens, he needs to just not show himself in the map, because Savage is very a threat for this Lina right now. And they found the Lina again, Bob. He's like a walking gold right now for Team OG. And Mongolz, will you fight this without your Lina? We have a buyback. AJ is already committed right next to the whole team of OG. Clockwork is right in the middle as well. But here comes the Life Stealer, and he provides the damage to Savage. Yes, he can. The saving grace of Mongolz. The Castaway Enchantress gets a double kill as well. X Nova, the Force Staff, the Glimmer Cape will not save yourself this time around. And no TP out for this Lich as well. Bob dying initially, but Mongolz chose to fight without their Lina. And the saving grace for Mongolz right now is Omq's Life Stealer. If it wasn't for him, wasn't able to get those kills, it could have been completely different outcome. OG might be knocking into the high ground of Mongolz, even getting the Roche. Fortunately for OG, there's no Roche for the next 75 seconds, so Mongolz will not get the luxury of the secondary life for the life stealer. Finally, life stealer invested into a skull basher, preventing the shenanigans of Lich and Deizes Muerta.
Wow, we've actually seen a wonderful play coming from OG, but eventually butt kicking performance coming from Mongolz actually quite crazy because they've been dominating OG in terms of clashes, man. AMQ with just a little bit of an infestation with the Aghanims for an infest. A quick we can actually expect for Mongolz right now to actually make a mitigative of the push. They actually have somewhat, let's say, 50% of map control, especially for those wars. They all have the information. OG is on a little bit of a tide here. They want to crash these waves that can be bested, actually performed by AMQ. But not much
What's
because
Bob's
they just
item right
recently
now?
won the clash. Yeah.
I think the Linktons should be available for the Lina. If Lina can be involved in the team fight for once, I think Mongol should have this. The last team fight that was without the Lina, and Mongolz was able to win out the team fight anyway. But the timing from OG was just perfect to scout this Roche. But the scout from the Enchantress, Enchanted Creep, plus the rocket from DJ is there to scout things out as well. But OG, are they still gonna go for this? I mean, Mongolz, they're now grouping up top. The Lincoln Spear is now available for Lina. Can they be in the rush pit in time though? I think they should be in time there. Savage is just coming in, so the damage should not be enough for OG to take this rush quickly. Maybe an initiation from DJ, a clockwork infest, but the initiation will be coming in from OG first. But the first dash coming in from OMQ was just perfect. The save from JG as well was there. No heroes dying from Mongolz yet, and 9 dead right off the bat. And that's 2 heroes down for OG. This should be a Roshan for Mongolz. You get the banner as well, so maybe a tier 3 threat for Mongolz now, and that's more like it for Mongolz. Savage, he cannot go for Bob anymore since Bob has the Lincolns. I say that Savage is still going for Bob. The bash is there, but I don't think he has enough close out to Bob as he has his teammate here as well, LSA. But Savage is close if he can catch Bob. JJ, he doesn't have any teammates, but DJ is close. Can he hook shots himself into us this team fight? Savage! He's dying! And there we go, Castaway with a killing spree. Savage doesn't have a buyback. The stampede was a little bit too late for OG. And while all of that is happening, Lifestealer was just following Roshan. 11k gold lead just like that for Mongolz. Savage doesn't have a buyback. They should be at least a tier 3, right? If Mongolz plays their card right.
Mongolz are playing good cards right in here. I mean, the trump card as a life stealer here. We don't actually expect for a bot king performance, but right now, Castaway, actually AMQ solos the Russian. Now they have the Aegis of the Immortal. They actually have so many reasons right now to actually make a push for their towers. We've seen a devastating play coming from AMQ. OG is in a little bit of a trouble here. Their vicinity is actually been pushed for the time for Mongolz. Just a quick matter, or maybe just a matter of minutes right now. But AMQ could be tearing this tower down. I love how Mongolz is playing right now, Russell. Quite a disciplined play against OG. I can't say much, but I'm actually quite shocked of the performance. Everything just happening so
banner
fast.
as well.
Yeah.
There should be a tier 3 tower. There's no glyph available, so on Q he can just commit for this set of racks. He still have an Aegis anyway. And there's no Savage for 10 more seconds. Mongolz, you have to be very careful now. If you don't want to throw this game, DJ actually goes in, but he hits nothing with that hook shot. JJ will commit the Solar Guardian as well. There's no Stampede anymore for Seb.
Sinister.
Here comes the Sinister Gaze coming in from X-Nova. The Aghanim Chart upgrade is there as well. On Q, he needs to go back.
Chain Frost.
But Mongolz, will they still go for this? Bob, he's in the back line, the Black King bar at the ready. So Mongolz, they're A-OK. Aegis is still intact, and that's the set of racks down for OG right now. Glyph will be refreshed, so Mongolz,
There's no banner anymore, so they will back off. So for now, they will reset. Bob already has the Aether Lens, so he can definitely snipe the supports of OG now. And this is more like it for Mongolz. If Bob lives, it's a completely different fight for Mongolz. 23 Savage, he cannot go for his Spectre shenanigans into Bob anymore since Bob already has the Lincoln Sphere. And I think the Life Stealer is just a better late game hero in compared to the Spectre.
Well, you've seen the play from Mongols here. They tried to make a reset. Smoke to see play from this team, also having the Aegis of the Immortal. Life Stealers already here and with a wonderful build. Actually, there's an overbuild up here actually seeing right now for the side from Mongols. OG needs to actually have the discipline play. They need to play in the high grounds now.
Radiant's top
Farming
tower is under
a lot of gold. So they can invest in those items that they're missing. So they actually have the chance to stand up and fight back against Mongols. Mongols doing just waiting or having that patience
Radiant's top
because they know for
tower
the
is falling.
final push it might come here already.
Radiant's
Russell,
top tower is
you've
under
seen Russell trying to tore down that tower. We've seen
DJ
23
on
Savage
these
gonna
days, right off the bat. DJ, he's trying to
Solar
escape.
Guardian.
JJ was going to commit the Solar Guardian as well. Buyback can be committed instantaneously for days. 23 Savage comes on in, but they don't have the damage for the Life Stealer. You still have the Aegis. They cannot even kill the Life Stealer once, not to mention twice. And as soon as they saw the day's buyback, they just went back right away, respecting that buyback. And if you're Mongols, you're happy with that. You're forced out the buyback. You will just reset, gather, and then go again.
Yep, they will go again indeed, but because as we've seen a devastating performance, man. Ghost Scepter is still here for the Sub-Village. Dawnbreaker as well still having the Blade Mail and also the Aghanim Scepter activated up and ready against OG. Just patience here for the Cypher Mongols is actually what they need, especially for the Lotus Orb. And also Drum Gem through Sight, BKB and also the
This
BKB is
enchantment
activated
is
as well.
smart,
Yeah.
is under attack.
Yeah, it's
Castaway
quite
definitely
devastating, man.
packs the punch with the Sprint as well. They don't want to discount this Enchantress right now for OG. And OMQ just working your tier 2 tower, but the top back is here. The Aegis still available. Can they kill this Life Stealer once? Yes, the answer. And
Baker.
here comes JJ with the Solar Guardian. Can he catch anyone? He catches. He cooks 23 Savage, but I don't think it's gonna matter much. But here comes Bob with the smash coming in from the Lina. He smashed the days website. The dieback Savage is very low. And the last Impetus coming in from Castaway was there to do the job. And that's no buyback for Savage. That's 3v5 now in the next 90 seconds. There should be at least mega creeps for Mongols unless 9 can do something magical or step for his team. But it's looking grim for OG right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we might be seeing another sweep of Mongols to OG. And I think,
Crazy.
Silu, this is the beginning of the end for OG right now. Omki already working to the last tier 3. Should be mega creeps advantage for Mongols. Oh my, oh my. What a game it has been. Back and forth, OG picking up the Lina time and time again. But Mongols persevered. Especially huge shout out to OMQ's Life Stealer as well, just carrying this game. Castaway as well with the Enchantress. What's OG supposed to do here? They don't have any glyph. They're just frost shielding the tower, but they're just delaying the battle right now. But here comes the last rock from OG. A snap is going to be committed, but there's
Hook
the
shot.
ultimate. Another hook shot from DJ. Hit an X Nova.
Overclocked.
They won't get the kill, but the towers are already falling. Life Stealer just focusing on the buildings right now. And there's nothing much OG can do. They might as well go GG. Now here comes the toss back, but the point back coming in from Castaway. They cannot even kill the Enchantress. Oh, we're still working towards the ancient. Seb, it was a good
Making
one
it
for
difficult.
OG, but I think they're gonna be eliminated in this Asian Dragon Series tournament. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. OG fought until the bitter end, but it's not gonna change the fact that Mongols will take this game in a convincing manner. 2-0 again, twice in a row. They defeated OG in 2-0. Mongols, they are undisputed
OG Slayer right now. And what a performance from the Life Stealer as well. 40k hero damage, 11, 2, and 14. Bob, a little bit of a hiccup for Mongolz, but it's all part of the plan. Mongolz said, Bob, go feed. Omq, just go carry. And OG succumbed to Mongolz twice in a row. Sailu, what a game it has been.
What a game is indeed, Russell, because it was quite of a glorious match coming from OG. But Mongo's gonna be swiping this one clean with a 2-0. And it is what you mentioned a while ago, Russell. It is the beginning of the end here for OG. They have been swept out
It is
of
the end already for them.
Yeah, well, beginning of the end, it is already ended. And it's gonna be 2-0. Mongols have won.
But
and
man,
they
my
deserve a
fantasy,
spot in the
I
grand
picked
finals.
OG as my number 1 team. Number 2 Execration.
Me too.
At least I got that right. Execration number 2, right? But OG,
Yeah.
oh man, it was rough to watch if you're an OG fan right now. It's just not one of the. It's one of those days, right? But you know,
Yeah, it's one of the things.
you give them benefit of the doubt. They have a new player, a young one at that. Days coming in from the Navi Junior lineup as their new
Yeah.
position 4 player. First tournament, the players debut as well. They had some moments of brilliance yesterday, but they weren't able to replicate that performance into the lower bracket finals. Mongolz, they will be facing off Execration again. It's going to be an upper bracket finals rematch for our grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. And with that being said, we're going to dive right into it after a quick break. And don't go away. We'll be back after a few reminders.
제도 주비 연예인야의 제위냐고 조솔라자야 원엑스페마 데이터스냐고 야유타도 도타 두이 히로냐 강성 대상무 한전 란자 강성 방부무 마시 강성 레란 수스 오 나파시고 솔로라바 강성 그자마시 원엑스페트 자드냐 원엑스페트 다띵의 픽페 제도 주비 연예인야의 제위냐고 조솔라자야 원엑스페마 데이터스냐고 야유타도 도타 두이 히로냐 강성 대상무 한전 란자 강성 방부무 마시 강성 레란 수스 오 나파시고 솔로라바 강성 그자마시 원엑스페트 자드냐 원엑스페트